But
Oh, I'm so excited.
I cannot wait.
I can't wait for y'all to figure out more about Raina. Oh,
I know her arc is coming up next, and I'm excited. She's kind of a
I'm
mystery.
excited to see. I'm excited to see everybody's damn arc, man.
I
Like,
know.
I'm excited to see what you guys have all worked on for your own characters because this is like the meat of the stew for
Yeah.
me.
Well, unfortunately, Wolfram is just a guy, so no backstory there. I'm just kidding. I am Wolfram Voltar, seventh of my name. What? Why are you the seventh of your name? No reason.
I love how dry Wolfram tends to be. It's entertaining to me.
Well, yeah, I am. My personality is I like to crack a lot of jokes, but that's not Wolfram. Wolfram is like stoic, so I have to find a way to
Yeah.
try to be funny.
Well, you're actually doing a really good job of being funny by not being funny. If you understand my meaning.
It's deadpan humor. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good though. I'm loving it.
Thank you.
I've got a really versatile sense of humor as far as like what I find funny, and deadpan tends to be more of an underrated sense of humor.
Bill Murray, comedic genius. He's like one of my comedic
Absolutely.
friends. Yes.
Real quick, how does Raina sound to y'all? Because we're trying to figure out sound placement, and
Okay.
mic placement and shit.
Did I sound fade to you guys?
A little quiet. Yeah. Sorry. If we've been talking over you. I haven't been doing that on purpose.
No, you're fine. I'm just trying to make sure that I sound okay for the recording.
Okay.
If I don't, then I'm wondering if my mic would work okay if I use my mic. And you
Okay.
I can hear
that
you
way.
fine, but I've got you turned up actually, so.
I can tweak it to where, but I don't know that if I'll pick up on yours. Are you cool with putting yours on push to talk?
Yeah.
Just don't forget.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Luckily, we are in the same. Excuse
I was
me.
gonna say, Kane can just be like, we can't hear you.
Yeah. Well, we'll probably. Yeah. Like I can hear Kane at the expected volume, and then you're just a little bit fainter. But there's not really a lot you guys can do about that, I suppose. So, by the way, I just looked at your dice tower. That is very cool.
Yeah, I meant to comment on it a minute ago. Kendall, will you say something real quick?
Hello?
Try again. Try again. Okay, it seems like I have it where it picks me up, but not you up. So.
Damn, I am constantly impressed by your technical expertise.
That's crazy. How did you fucking do that?
I just tweaked it a little bit in the settings.
Mm,
Damn.
impressive.
Well,
I am
if-
legitimately constantly impressed.
If Raina gets a little excited, she might pick up on mine still, but you know. Also, just so you guys know, Jax is stuck in traffic right now.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I told them it was fine. I don't mind waiting a minute.
Yeah. This is a big session for him, though. That's kind of a necessity to have him here.
So, I guess my question is, how long are we waiting? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Speak, and
Mortimer will appear.
yes.
So you'll go into your settings, go to voice and video. Okay, and then when you hit push to talk, you can set a keybind. Set that keybind, and whatever keybind you want it to be will be the one that you press when you hit talk.
Uh-oh.
Then you'll have to unmute yourself, but you shouldn't pick up unless you press your button.
Mortimer, I don't know. Do you know how to get him to unmute?
I think I can do it.
Okay.
Huh.
Weird.
There you go. Awesome. Hey, we're all here.
Ramp is
Welcome.
right on time.
Oh, perfect. Do you
Uh,
have your keybind set? You want to
Test it out?
Oh, that's way better.
Okay.
I still heard you on Kane's though.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say I'll be conscious to like if you can, like just let me know with a second in advance or something. As long as you're on push to talk, it won't pick me up unless you're pressing your button. So you can leave yourself unmuted.
Can we talk about the new Dungeon Master name we got going on?
Is it not kinky enough for you?
Oh, I think it's just the right amount of kinky.
See, that's what I thought. I've been calling him that for years. I'm just saying.
Both in and out of game?
Mostly out of game, yeah.
Hey, now.
Well, I mean, we're still role playing, but it's a little different.
Oh. Are either of you in a gimp suit?
Both
Yes,
of us
both
are.
of us.
Bro, the synchronicity. That's perfect.
Yep. Man, we lived and worked
That's how
together.
you know it's true.
Normal.
That's how you know it's true.
So last time on D&D,
I love the. Oh.
we discovered the tragic loss of a loved one for one of the members of the party, Mortimer, his wife. And in doing so, discovered that a very specific sect of pirates, the ones who traffic in humanoids, some of the most vile, not vile humanoids, but the pirates, have taken up trolling about the island where Mortimer's son, has begun to settle. He's been settling it for about 7 years, I think we said, and at this point it's a bustling town, but they've not really bustling like tourist town. But they've not really gotten to, bushwhacking through the woods, mainly because of the dangerous wildlife, which you guys took care of for the most part. And we can roll on into our little planning flashback, if you guys are ready for that.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I had to pee. Is anybody talking? Somebody asking me something?
No,
No,
I was
you,
just saying that you guys can go ahead and start your planning flashback if you so wish.
Okay, the only reason I wanted to bring this up was I wanted to say, I don't know if we're already all on the same page with this, but I figured Driffin makes sure Tortimer is safe on
Yes.
the coast and gives us cover fire. I'm thinking, I don't know, this is just what I'm putting out there. I'm thinking Mortimer and Reyna rescue the prisoners, secure an escape route for them by securing the rescue boats, and get them off while Wolfram acts as a distraction. Driffin covers Wolfram while he's distracting, and then as soon as he can, cover Mortimer and Reyna's escape. Does that sound like kind of what we were already doing, or I just want to make sure we're all on the same page?
That sounds like where we were headed, honestly.
Okay.
We might have naturally ended up there. I don't think there was truly a cemented plan, honestly.
Right, because we didn't know where they were going to be on the ship or what would happen, but
Yeah.
Wolfram went on deck to definitely act as a distraction. But yeah, where are you guys kind of settling on that? How are you feeling? What are you thinking?
I think that's good. There really wasn't any particular plan. Mortimer's plan was just get on ship, kill captain.
Okay.
So whatever is formulated is good on my end.
And I'll remind that where we left off exactly was Wolfram landing on the excuse me, on the deck of the ship, and basically screaming, "Come at me, bro!" And
Aggro.
yeah, and Reyna and Mortimer and Misfit, Driffin's wolf, were shoved themselves through a porthole in the side of the ship.
If you guys find the captain, definitely find him and kill him. But if you guys can like secure the prisoners and get them off, I was thinking what we could do is just like Griffin shoots a flaming arrow and we just let the ship burn on the water.
I mean, sounds good. They've got to have gunpowder somewhere on the ship too, Raina, and I can kind of set up like a chain explosion.
I don't currently have any way to really set up a flaming arrow.
Raina has burning hands.
There you go. Raina he covers your retreat. You fucking burn it while you guys are escaping. Don't worry about Wolfram. He can just leap off into the water.
At the first sign of a fire.
Yes. If you find the captain, Mortimer, this is your arc. I want you to have all the closure that you could possibly have. But basically, what I'm suggesting is that Wolfram's role is he goes in, distracts, while you guys are able to like rescue, whoever. And if a fight, fully breaks out and we need to like whatever, change whatever, I just think, start off with a loose plan.
Yeah, no, that works.
Okay. In character, I think Wolfram would say, I will act as a distraction. Driven, you cover them.
Can do.
Raina's just excited to blow some shit up.
Hell yeah. Between you and Mortimer, I have absolutely no doubt that you can bring the ship down.
Before combat ensues and initiative is rolled, I want to use a feat that I have to ensure the safety of myself and Tortimer on shore, and maybe locate something.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna use primeval awareness to detect my favorite enemy within 5 miles. Any of my favorite enemy within 5 miles of myself. It takes a minute to set up and use. From what I read here, but I mean that's why I'd like to do it before combat, because a minute is what, 6 turns?
Yeah, a minute is 10 turns, and you would have had that time while we were rowing over. So
yeah.
Also, did we talk about time of day?
That is one thing that I was going to ask, because if you guys don't have a preference, I will assume, because you've planned out this attack of sorts to the extent that you can, I'm going to assume that you take an advantageous time, but otherwise, it's up to you guys if you guys want to determine that.
We were thinking maybe right before dawn, where it's dark and we have the cover of, the shift is the morning shift is tired from the night, or the night shift is tired from the night, but hasn't shifted yet. And,
the morning shift is groggy or still asleep.
Yes. What time of day do you guys feel like it is?
That sounds right. That sounds good to me. I don't know if right is a good word, but it sounds good to me.
Still dark. The biggest reason that I wanted to talk about this is Griffin is pretty far from the ship. The only way that he's not going to have disadvantage is if he has the cover of darkness on his side.
Yeah, that's I didn't think about that. That's fair.
That's kind of why I'm bringing it up. How do you guys feel about that?
I like the idea of it being like bright, like early in the morning. Still dark out.
Okay. Then I'm gonna push it back over to Kane. Kane.
Cool. Sounds good to me. So you're using your primeval awareness?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just double checking on things. Okay, so so you sense the under primeval awareness, you get the sense if any of the following types of creatures, and then it gives this list of creatures. You do sense like a very So there's like a large elemental presence on the island kind of behind you, and then several smaller, far less, like powerful blips on your radar coming from the ship.
Okay.
And that's for elementals, in case I didn't say it already.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Also, let me
Uh-oh.
just make sure that I got this right.
My secret's out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking around. It's my sense of humor.
Okay. No. Yeah. That's all you really pick up.
Okay. Nothing seems impending on our location.
No. The smaller elemental presence, it seems like there's several of them. Maybe 6 or 7 in the boat, and the larger one is just, it feels like it's a lot more powerful, but it's one, and it's like in the middle of the island, if you can.
Oh shit! It's a volcano.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, then from there we can continue.
Cool. So.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Wolfram.
I'm making recommendation. I really shouldn't be doing this. Okay, I basically wanted to say that I feel like for ease of use, what would you guys think of doing me and Driffin, since we're on above of the ship, in an initiative, and then we like cut back to Mortimer and Reyna, so we're not going back and forth between them a whole bunch. We just kind of like do a little bit here, and then we do a little bit there, but they're technically going on at the same time.
Like a scene, like
Yeah, like a scene, so it's not like Wolfram and Driffin do this in a separate location, and then Mortimer and Reyna do this, because we're kind of both doing long extended things. Just keep it cleaner.
Yeah, scene transition.
that makes sense.
Okay. Because that's not traditionally how it would work, but I'm just asking to do it that way because I think it'll flow easier.
Yeah, I think it'll run easier if that's how you guys want to do it. I'm definitely down with that.
Okay. Wolfram is standing on the ship surrounded by pirates that have their weapons drawn on him. He is completely stone-faced, is unflinching, and standing surrounded by them. Do we want to... do we want to get into it?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, sorry, my mic was muted. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Should I roll initiative or should I do my thing?
Do your thing.
Wolfram is surrounded by the by the pirates, and he kind of, I would say possibly nonchalantly, if you want to put it that way, or possibly even uninterestedly looks around at them. Wolfram at this point. He kind of eyes the two big ones in front of him, and he says, "I would have given you a chance to walk away, but you should not have hurt my family. I will hold nothing back." And he pulls up his hood, eyes glaring red, and do we roll initiative?
Yes, let's do it. Also, is that the trigger? Is that the full one?
That's the full one, but I'll get into the description here in a second.
Yeah.
All right. My initiative is 17 plus 2, 19.
Cool. Perfect.
All right. He pulls his hood up, and something different happens than has happened before. The cloak sort of warps around him, and he swells in size. growing fur, a jaw elongating into a snout full of razor sharp, glistening teeth. And standing before the pirates is a Ulfzerker in his full power, standing 8 feet tall, 400 pounds.
Ooh,
Let's see if I can share the picture here.
this sounds sick as fuck.
I'm glad you think so. Full Ulfzerker Wolfram.
That's amazing. I love that.
And yeah, I will attack the first one if I can. If we're in initiative.
Yes. Go for it. There are two big dudes holding like kind of look like worn mended scimitars. And they both have their, their chests exposed in some way, whether it be through like slots in their shirts or their armor is, styled very specifically, but they each have these huge, pink, almost looks fresh scarring on their chest in the same way that the torso did.
Okay, I'm gonna open those back up.
Cool. Let's do it.
All right, that is with advantage. 12 plus 5, 18.
That hits.
All right, Wolfram lets out a bestial roar, far from human, and rakes across this guy's chest. Let me. Damn. All right. That is a 5 plus 5, so 10 slashing damage as I try to rip this guy open.
Cool.
All right. Second attack. That is. Well, that's not as good, but that's a 13 to hit.
That hits.
All right.
These guys are pretty lightly armored. It looks like just like light leather padding.
Okay, that is 8 slashing damage.
And just to be clear, this is on the same one?
Yes.
Cool.
He just rakes across them with his claws.
You said 8?
Yes.
Cool.
That's 10 and 8. Let me check. Below the ship, Raina and Mortimer can hear, like inhuman noises coming from the deck of the ship.
Yes, there's like the snarling and growling and snapping of teeth, and if you didn't know any better, you'd think it was the sound of metal rending flesh, but it's claws.
It's claws. That is my turn.
Cool. So, Driffin, I forgot to ask you. Will you go ahead and roll initiative for me?
Yes, I did, and I awaited being asked. Total 16.
Cool. So I did not need this. I didn't accidentally skip you at all. Cool.
No, you're good.
So this one dude that just got his chest fucked up really super hard. The one scar turns into a four-fingered scrape mark. Excuse me. And he stumbles back a step and he goes, right, Chippy! And you hear violent splashing and feel the ship lurch as something kind of slams into the side of the ship. And yeah, cool. And let's see, one of the presences that you could sense behind you come up from behind you, lunges at you with a spear.
Oh shit.
If I can find 2d20. There we go, cool. Does a not natural 20 hit?
Who's being attacked? I missed that part.
Wolfram.
Non-natural 20 definitely hits.
Cool. So this guy kind of slams into your shoulder with 4 piercing damage.
All right, what's he attacking with?
A spear.
All right, it goes into his shoulder meat, but Wolfram spins and rips it out. Blood goes flying, but it does not seem to have phased him. You said 4?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, Wolfram spins on him.
Cool.
By the way, I've been putting off this reveal for a little while. I hope it was decent.
Yeah, this was the perfect time.
This is the perfect timing for it, and I love it.
Thank you.
So his buddy is going to see this and try and get a better hit. Does an 18 hit?
Yes, an 18 definitely hits.
And that would be 4 more piercing damage with a spear.
Yeah, I think they kind of stab him on one shoulder and then stab him in the other, and he just rips both of them out. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That brings us around to Driffin.
All
So
right, I'm gonna do. Go ahead.
I was just going to let you know, until you make a hit, you will have advantage from being unseen, but disadvantage for being at a distance. So you'll
flat
have your
rolls.
flat rolls. Yes, just letting you know.
He is under
That-
cover of darkness, so he is technically blind. They're technically blinded to him, so he would have advantage and disadvantage on all his rolls. He didn't, because they
Yeah,
can't see him if he doesn't reveal himself because he's in darkness.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna do the only thing I can do and fire an arrow at the guy that came up behind Wolfram.
Cool. So to be clear, there are 2 of them, 2 spear toters.
The one. So are they both behind him?
Yes.
Yeah.
The first one that hit him.
Cool.
All right, so flat roll is a 14 plus 5.
That hits.
Yeah, hit 19. All right, rolling damage. 4 plus 3, 7 piercing.
Cool.
So he draws the arrow, and he kind of, what he does here is he pulls his bow out. He draws the arrow and aims it at the point that he wants to hit, and arches up and lets loose.
So you actually manage a pretty good wound. Wolfram in front of you, one of these guys that's holding a spear, the first one to attack you, an arrow slams through his forearm.
Wait, he's attacking. He said he was attacking the one behind me.
But you turned to them, right?
Yes, that's true. Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I mean, Driffin's just doing exactly what I told him to do. He's covering my back.
Yep.
And actually, as this arrow slams through his forearm, he drops his spear.
Oh, shit.
Is that it for your turn, Driffin?
That's all I can do.
Okay.
Because any of my spells it's obviously way out of range.
Yeah. So, next up is Tortimer, actually. And he, just as you release your arrow, has kind of gotten beside you, and he says, "Impressive shot, but that'll never do." And he holds out his hand and he says, "Trust me."
What do you mean, trust you?
Gotta think about how he'd say it. There's a better way to win this fight. You just have a couple of
Right.
seconds to respond.
While Tortimer is being cryptic.
Griffin follows, but he's keeping an eye on him.
So as you both take a step forward, you are now in the crow's nest of the ship.
What the fuck?
Holy huh?
Why does he have Dimension Door? That's a really high level spell.
Let me make sure I didn't fuck
What
that
the
up.
hell?
4th level.
If I can find his fucking character sheet.
That's crazy. Daddy's about to rain fucking hellfire.
I am very confused by this action, I just have to say, because I thought the entire point of them staying on the beach was, like, to keep Tortimer safe. I'm just a little baffled by this turn of events.
Well, that's what Mortimer wanted.
Uh,
But Tortimer also does not want his dad on this ship, his ancient elderly dad on this ship fighting pirates by what he thinks is not necessarily by himself, but he's worried about him as well.
just look down at the lantern lit deck as a very large monster rips through pirates.
Speaking of a very large monster,
Uh-oh.
one of the bigger guys swings at you with a mace. Fuck me. Does a 10 hit?
Nah, he nails Wolfram in the back, and it's like hitting a brick wall. It traveled all the way up his arm.
Also, I'll have you know he had advantage on that hit.
I know, all of these attacks are at advantage.
Yeah. So, so in total there's 6 figures. 2 guys, like average looking guys with spears, 2 very thin, roguish types that are more heavily clad in leathers and stuff that came down propelled down from the crow's nests, and the 2 big guys. These 2 lithe roguish types, one of them is going to attack. It swings at you with a dagger and I'm pretty sure misses. A 7 doesn't hit.
7 does not hit, but he does have advantage.
Does a 16 hit?
Yes, it meets it beats.
Cool. So that is 5 piercing damage.
Alright, again, he just stabs into him. It doesn't seem like it goes deep enough. Wolfram does not even, let's not call him Wolfram. The wolf does not even flinch.
Dancing in and out, the other lith form. I'll love but hate that these 2 rolled the same initiative at the bottom of the initiative order. Dancing around each other, the second one tries to make a hit on you. That does a 9 hit.
Not quite. Again, he's just very big and hard to hit, and that's with advantage.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just rolling like shit tonight. Does a 19 hit?
19 does hit.
Okay, so that is 5 more piercing damage.
All right. Again, nothing seems to be phasing Wolfram. It's like he's not even taking damage. Or the wolf, rather.
Back to the top of the initiative order. The ship groans and creaks again as it rocks heavily. Wolfram, you're up.
All right. Wolfram, being stabbed multiple times after trying to open up these other guys' chest wounds, whirls around with his sword in his other hand and just tries to cut this guy down that he was whirling around to, attack.
Cool, let's do it.
All right, that is with advantage. 17 plus 6, 23.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. God damn it. Roll off the table. Okay. That is 7 plus 5, I believe. 7 plus 5, 12. 12 slashing damage.
Jesus.
It's a D10.
You split this guy from shoulder to hip, and he falls with a wet gargle. Ugh.
Yeah. Wolfram is just, or the wolf is just mowing through these guys. Red glowing eyes, fury, dripping jaws. Yeah. The works. That's my turn.
Cool. So, one of the guys with the spear, well, the only one with a spear, now the other one has dropped his spear, is going to try and... Actually, hold on. Yeah, he's going to try and step in with his spear, putting 2 hands on it to try and get a good heavy hit. Oh god. Fuck me. That one's a natural 20.
Alright, go for it. If you think that's going to do anything.
Well, I was going to say, so that'll be 10 piercing damage.
Total?
Yes.
Okay, this is what happens. He stabs him. He cuts down his ally, and this guy just comes in and stabs him with a spear, right?
Yes.
It's like, it goes into his ribs. But yeah, I mean, it just goes into his ribs like it's a clean hit. But again, the wolf just does not flinch.
Beautiful. Driffin, you are up.
All right. Let's get interesting. What does Daddy want to do? I'm in the crow's nest.
Correct.
Technically, how far away from everything am I?
I'm going to say probably about, this is a large ship. Mortimer, you would know more, I would think, but I'm going to say probably 50, 60 feet.
Okay.
Crow's nests are generally, I mean,
Crow's nest.
30 feet.
30 feet?
30 feet high, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then 30 feet. I I was not aware. It was hard to find ship specifics.
Yeah, it could be like shorter than that, but I'm guessing like 30 feet max. Or not
Yeah,
max.
depending on
am
what
I
we're
also-
on.
Am I also still unseen?
For now, but now that you're
Yeah.
on the ship, they will be able to see you, so.
Yeah, once I take my shot. Do they know I'm here yet?
Not yet.
So I would have advantage on this next roll. Or no?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You gonna
So, yeah, I'm hunter's marking the guy that just stabbed Wolfram.
Cool.
And then...
Wolfram is facing this guy, so you probably think he's next. Either way, he's got his back to the 2 big burly guys that attacked him initially. If that makes a difference.
I'm trying to take out the threat that's hurting Wolfram first.
Right, but remember, Wolfram is facing him.
And he's surrounded on all sides pretty much.
Yeah.
This is true. Retcon.
Yeah.
Which guy? Which big? I want a hunter's mark of the big guy that Wolfram hit first.
He's lying on the ground in a puddle of blood, currently with his heart outside of his chest.
Oh, he's dead. Okay, so there's another big guy then.
Yes.
That one. I'm
Cool.
hunter's marking that one.
Thank you for
And then-
my back.
I'm just doing my job. And then I'm gonna fire an arrow at advantage from the top of the crow's nest. So, oh, that's beautiful. So I rolled a 14 and then a 20
Very nice.
plus
Beautiful.
5, so 25.
Yes. You rolled a natural 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to double your damage.
So
Is
I
that-
double my hit dice, and then would I double my hunter's mark as well, or no?
Yeah, because it just is added on since it's part of the attack.
Yeah.
So it's
So
2d6, 2d8 plus your modifier.
2d8 plus 6.
2d6
Sweet.
plus 2d8.
Yeah, 2d6 and 2d8, and then your plus 3.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
A lot. Yeah, you got it.
Bet. So the first roll was a 7. The second roll was an 8. 15 so far. Keep up with me.
I got you.
2, 3, 20 plus 3. I do 23 damage.
Hell yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
I feel like you just shoot him in the head from above.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm aiming.
You just shoot him through the head. I mean, if it kills him. Does it kill him?
Almost. You managed to get the what is that muscle that wrestlers have that is super prominent on their shoulder and between their neck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The lats.
Yeah.
The lats are the big ones. They're the traps.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So what happens is that you can see skin tear and rip as you get this kind of downward angle, and just cleave straight through that muscle with your arrow.
Ow.
And with that brings it around to his turn, and he goes, "Fucking hell! What the ah!" And he turns around.
Looks right at Driven.
Yeah.
As Driffin notices him looking, he goes, "Sup, bitch."
Man, don't worry. You're far enough away. Unless if they have like bows, they're gonna have a hard time getting to you.
Yeah. But they may. We don't know.
I mean, if they dash and start climbing, maybe one of them could get up there, but he wouldn't have enough movement to attack you, I don't think.
So, from his hip and
Heavy cross.
Wolfram, yes, he pulls off his heavy crossbow. Wolfram, help me remember. Is that an action to pull a stowed weapon?
It's a free action. So he can do that, yeah. You can only draw or stow one weapon a turn.
Cool.
But it's a free action. It's okay to be a little generous with it.
Yeah. Well, because he had his mace and he turns around and sees someone sniping from the crow's nest, and
I'll say the way I imagine it is he just turns around, he gets shot in the neck and drops his mace and immediately goes for pulling like he's drawing a fucking gun like a gangsta.
Yeah, that sounds natural.
So, oh my god.
Hell yeah, brother. Not rolling bad anymore, are you?
No, it's a natural 20.
Oh, shit.
Well,
This is
I
gonna
was
feel good.
gonna say, no, he wouldn't have disadvantage, but Durfin might have cover if he's up in the crow's nest, maybe half cover.
I think he does, yeah. What
It's not.
does
It's
that-
an automatic hit though, so it's still gonna hit him. But I just mean that'll help later. It's 2d10 plus his regular modifier.
Holy shit.
Are you rolling for it, or are you just doing the basic? Because I can tell you what the basic is.
I was just going to use the average.
Okay, 11 plus modifier, Dex.
So that would be 11.
All right, has no Dex. That's good for you, Durfin.
Sweet.
So I think what happens is like he turns around and he's kind of one-handed in this, and it's supposed to be a thing that you two-hand, and he fires an arrow and it manages to go up through the bottom of the crow's nest, and for a second you're like, oh, thank God he didn't actually. Oh, that's an arrow in my foot. Oh God.
Fuck.
That's gonna hurt, man.
Yeah.
And one.
So
of
that
the
was how much damage total?
11.
11. Okay. Good to know.
So one of the I'm gonna call them the Blade Dancer twins. The Blade Dancer twins have their turn. You're
Wolfram is trying to pull as much of this aggro. Well, Wolfram is not trying to do anything at this point, but the intention was to draw as much of their attention as possible. The wolf is just doing what the wolf does, but
yeah. Does a 6 hit?
6 does not hit.
Cool.
He's just a big pile of muscle and fur at this point.
God damn it! A 14 doesn't hit, does it?
Nope.
Cool.
Like I said, big pile of muscle and fur.
So, Mortimer, or not Mortimer, Tortimer leans over the like railing of the crow's nest, and with his like staff cane, he kind of lines it up and pulls a trigger, and the sharpened point that was on the end of his cane catapults forward. And wow. And hits one of the twin blade dancers in right in the middle of her back. Then it's time for the other blade dancer. Is my... Okay. Oof. A 13 does not hit, correct? Wolfram?
Wolfram?
Yeah.
Nope.
Cool.
With advantage. Remember, all these are with advantage.
Yeah, they're just... If
Okay.
for some reason, if I'm not getting a natural 20, it's 3s and 2s.
Maybe you could always bring out another dice.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. Just because these have been rolling like really, almost
Terrible.
unfairly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's been all highs or all lows. So, you feel the ship lurch again as you see an all too familiar sight of a tentacle reaching up over the side of the ship. On that note, one of the guy who had the arrow shot through his forearm, he goes, "Right, I did not sign up for this," and he just runs to jump overboard. You have a attack of opportunity if you so wish, Wolfram.
That's a natural 20?
You're
He dies.
That is 15 slashing damage as I cleave my sword clean through his leg, causing him to fall to the deck.
Yeah, no, he's dead. He bleeds out in a matter of seconds. Like,
And I whirl around and growl at the others.
cool.
I don't know.
Well, next up, it's your turn.
I'm gonna pounce.
Oh, yeah.
Who was the guy that I was whirling around to attack? That Driffin was gonna shoot at first. Was he one? Was that the blade dancer?
That's the spear wielder.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna shoot the one that stabbed you.
Okay, and I already killed the one that had a thing in his forearm.
Yes, there were two spear wielders. Jesus.
Okay. I'll attack the one that's left then. All right. With advantage, that is 15, I think.
That
No, wait,
hits.
16. Yeah, okay. That's my first attack. I'm going to claw at him That's not super great. That's 6 damage for the first attack. And the second attack, 19 plus 6, or sorry, plus 5, 25.
Yeah, it hits.
And that is 8 damage, so 6 and 8 damage slashing.
So you do this with your claw and then your sword, or both claw?
I can only attack twice with my claws.
Okay, cool. So you just rip this fucker's heart out.
Yeah, sweet. I do what I set out to do, and I open up his chest wound, and yeah, his entrails just spill out as I continue to go after the rest of them.
I will say, like, Driffin, this is a truly horrific scene. Like, of all the things that you've seen, you've never seen a man turn into a wolf and then disembowel several people. Like,
Yeah,
Truth be told, did I actually see him turn into him, or am I just?
well, to be fair, you wouldn't have.
I mean, yeah,
I can assume it's Wolfram just because of the sword.
yeah, like he has the sword, and it's the right color.
Yeah, I could assume it's him, and with the whole wolf cloak thing, I can make the assumption. But it's still kind of horrifying to watch happen. But the enemy of my enemy, is my friend.
Speaking of that, it is your turn.
All right.
I'll remind you who is left is the thug that had his neck muscle severed, and the 2 blade dancers.
Okay, so is the arrow in my foot, or did it just go through and through?
I like the idea that it's still partially stuck out the bottom, so there's just the triangular head sticking out of the top of your foot. So it would really suck to just yank it out.
See, that's what I had imagined as well.
That's awesome.
I was thinking of going for something utterly disrespectful.
Please, please.
I was wondering what would happen if Driffin attempted to pull the arrow from his foot and then fire it back.
Well, this is a crossbow bolt.
Ah,
Yeah.
that is right. So it's much shorter.
Oh, so it doesn't have a triangular foot. That was my bad.
Okay, so then that can't happen. Driffin is gonna fire another arrow in hopes of killing this man.
Go ahead and do it. Fuck him up.
So he draws his arrow. He aims it at the man. Ooh, that's a fudged roll. Hold.
Let me go grab some food.
Does a 17 hit?
Yes, that hits.
All right. So he draws the arrow, looking down at this utter piece of garbage, and fires with a total of 9 damage. And as the arrow is let loose, he screams, "Fuck you!"
Well, he is fucked because he was turned to look at you and the arrow sinks into his forehead.
God
I
damn.
love
And he falls dead. That brings it
I love-
around.
Bonus action, Hunter's Mark move.
Yes, so you have the 2 blade dancers left. One is heavily injured, the other has not been touched.
The one that hasn't been touched.
Cool. Alright. So, Wolfram, a...
Everything-
23 to hit?
23 hits?
Cool.
Oof.
So that is 5 damage, and then it comes back. It swings down on you and then comes back up with. Does a 17 hit.
17 hits?
Cool. And then it comes back up with another 5 damage. 10 damage total.
All right. All right. Yeah, again, like it just doesn't seem like these, like they're just fucking flesh wounds. Like it splits the fur, but it's nothing. Not slowing down.
Cool.
By the way, Driffin, is your first response to teleporting onto the ship and looking down like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, yeah, mostly. And then it's more, what the fuck is that? Killing the things I'm trying to kill.
So Tortimer pulls from his pocket a what looks like just a 6-inch metal spike. It's not even. It's just very conical. It's not even like it doesn't look like a typical projectile. And he loads it up into his cane, and misses wide on one of the blade dancers.
How bad does he miss? Does he hit Wolfram?
No, it wasn't that bad, but he did. I think it hit the railing. It almost went into the water.
Gotcha.
Does a 23 hit Wolfram?
23 hits, baby.
Ooh.
And
Remember,
15.
15 damage?
Does a 15 hit?
15 does not hit.
So that is 5 damage. And as she swings her blade at you and tries to get a second hit, nothing nothing really comes from it. But as soon as she stops moving, you feel the ship lurch again one more time as this massive giant octopus pulls itself aboard the ship. I say massive, it's a large beast, so it's like the size of a bull or a horse.
Alrighty.
And it sweeps its tentacles across the deck.
Okay. Deck save? Or strength? Or attack?
It is going to attack.
Oh, okay. I thought this was like an area of effect.
No, it does not have advantage.
Why doesn't it have advantage?
Why does it have advantage?
Wolfram always reckless attacks, or the wolf always reckless attacks. So every attack against Wolfram attack roll has advantage,
Gotcha, cool.
unless if they don't for some other reason otherwise.
Yeah. Does a 21 hit?
21 hits.
Cool. Make a...
Strength?
Oh
Hits?
no, you... So, correct me if I'm wrong. The way this reads, it seems like you are grappled and then you get an escape chance on your turn.
Okay.
If the
So I don't-
target is... well, I think. I'm going to read it and you can help me determine.
That's normal with creatures. That's not something that typically happens with players, but that's a normal thing creatures can do.
Cool. Well, that would be the end of its turn, and I'll go ahead and let you know your escape DC is 16.
Okay, but it doesn't deal any damage.
It does 10 damage, sorry.
Okay.
Caught up in the technical bullshit.
All right.
And that's bludgeoning damage if it matters.
It does.
That brings it around to your turn, Wolfram.
All right. If that's the honestly, what do you guys think of switching over to Mortimer and Reyna? I feel like that's a great place to switch.
That's a great, yeah, that's a good segue for now.
And then when we come back, it'll be Wolfram's turn, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's perfectly fine. So, we switch to... We're going to rewind time a little bit. Wolfram, Reyna... Or, not Wolfram. Mortimer and Reyna, you find yourselves along with Misfit, Driffin's Wolf, and you've just clambered on and helped each other get into this porthole with very good stealth checks. And you kind of land behind some crates and see these two guys kind of standing cautiously near the stairs that lead above deck with their swords drawn. Hear Wolfram bellow out, come at me, bro. And then these guys sprint above deck, and from above you, you can hear the sounds of battle. What do you do?
Raina, what would you like to do? I think we should try to find the hostages.
That's exactly what I was gonna say, is try to find the hostages.
Cool. So, do you have any specific way that you would like to go about doing that? Because if not, I will just, have you make the necessary checks to go through the ship unseen and do investigations to find the people.
Yeah,
I think I
let's just send
definitely will
Go
just go through the ship, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, just like stealth through it and try to search.
All right. Well, there's a lot of commotion going on above board. You guys, the last time you made checks, you made pretty decent checks. So I'm gonna let it roll for now, until something changes. So this floor is directly below the deck, and there's not really much going on here. It looks like this is kind of storage. Maybe there's a bunch of crates and sacks, and it smells like dusty and musty. The smells of like a root cellar. And there's a set of stairs going above deck and a set of stairs going even further deeper. There's chests, potato sacks, like there's all kinds of random just storage stuff here.
So we don't find anything that shows any kind of signs of life.
Not here. Here is just like I was saying, this is probably mostly their storage, and if they do any goods transfer, this is where they keep their dry goods, basically their food and leathers and all that kind of good stuff.
Do we see? Is there like another part of the ship that we can see so far?
There is a set of stairs leading down below and a set of stairs leading up above.
You want to go lower?
That was my thought.
Cool.
Let's do it.
So, how are you going about it? Stealthy, or are you just going down?
I just waddle down the stairs.
You just see Mortimer just. Oh.
Oh my god.
So Mortimer, you are assaulted by the smell of like the festering smell of filth. Here on this third deeper, like second layer below deck, there are cages. There are roughly humanoid-sized cages lining the walls down either side. There's probably like 16 of them, evenly spaced out. At a first glance, they're not all full, but there's definitely just at a glance, there's definitely some water and fire genasi here in these cages, and they're not in the best shape.
Alright. Raina, what would you like to do?
Anything really is fine with me.
Okay, let's... Okay, how do we... I have thieves' tools.
Yeah, man, you can pick those locks, get them all set free.
Alright, so I would like to walk up to the cage. I would like to say, hello, we're here to help. And I would like to start picking them locks.
That's your dexterity plus your proficiency in thieves' tools.
Yeah. So make a roll plus your dex plus your proficiency.
You
Good
don't have
question, really quickly. Can we see everything in this room?
Yeah, there are, like I said, there's lined up against the walls are these cages. There's not really much else. There's some hay and what looks like a couple of like sacks of apples and potatoes. And there is a door on the other end that's closed.
I just wasn't sure if it was lit up by anything because it is dark outside and it is on a ship. So I just wanted to make sure.
So the
How do
second layer was lit, but this one is not.
Luckily, you guys have dark vision.
My thought process was maybe it would help if I like turned on a light with the light cantrip for the people that we are saving. I don't know if they have dark vision or not.
That's a great idea.
That way they can see we are not the enemies, is my thought process.
Do you have a turkey leg?
I was
I mean-
going to say, you can do that, but there's only apples and potatoes here. There's no chicken legs.
I have the leg from that monster still in my possession.
You carried it over? That's crazy. Are you using it as a walking staff?
Yeah, I am.
Hell yeah.
Hold on.
That's
Remind me of what leg?
from the spider thing with the sides.
I was gonna say, hold on, I got you. Let me find the.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, I remember now.
I'm glad that you want to light something because I rolled a 1.
On your thieves' tools check,
Yeah.
what's your plus? Do you have expertise?
Don't know where to find that.
You know when you took skills that you were really good at and you get double proficiency, it should be on your skills. You didn't choose thieves' tools, did you? Probably not.
I think you did, actually, because I remember going through it with you, but I don't remember 100%.
Okay, if you took it, then that's we have a +2 still, so that's 4 plus whatever your dex is.
2, so 6.
Okay,
I-
well, that's still only a 7. I don't think that succeeds anything. So, is the lock really bad, Kane?
Hold on.
I
I
think
do have
guidance.
I have a pick. What's that thing called? Nope.
Like a mining pick?
Yes, that we
Yeah,
can
that'll do
use to beat the locks off.
That'll fucking do it.
Okay, let me light this little thingy on. Okay, I light the leg that I have from the monster up so that we can actually see around the room and see the people. And the people, maybe I can just kind of talk to them because I do have good charisma and be
Yeah,
like, "Hello, we're here to save you.
maybe. What was
Back
that?
away from the edge of your cage so we can smash these locks."
Yeah. What do you guys think? Would that be like a persuasion or charisma roll to make them feel at ease? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, Raina, why don't you make a, I guess a persuasion.
"22.
Nice.
So these guys have been through a lot. You know, they're obviously very emaciated and frazzled, and you know, fuck you. For all you know, they might have been like sleep deprived and borderline tortured. You know, you guys, they're scared, but you put on a good face, and I think they're convinced.
The way I'm imagining it is they just see the room light up and they see Reyna as this like brilliant glowing angel who has come to save them. I'm trying to
I
see
love
their vision, their BG Sparkles vision.
So whoever is going to make the attack, just go ahead and make an attack for me. Make an attack roll. What would you say the pick would have as far as stats? I think it would be a strength based, right?
Yeah, it's strength based. There's actually a war pick as a weapon. It's a D8. It is martial though, so she wouldn't have proficiency.
But you know who would?
Well, we should just say dwarves have proficiency in picks, which is weird that they don't on their stat sheet, but
Yeah.
we should. Though
Really
honestly,
weird.
like failing their first check is not a big deal. It just means it takes you a little longer if you want to keep trying to pick the locks, Mortimer.
Do remember initiative is still in play.
Yeah, I mean you can just try again. You know, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I would say maybe 2 minutes has passed, so like not a lot of time. And we're gonna be a little wibbly wobbly, timey wimey for the sake of convenience, unless something major happens, you know.
Of course.
Yeah, I have a minus pick. I just want-
I am going to run to the restroom real quick. I will be right back. Sorry.
Alrighty.
How do we want to do this?
Yeah, you want to keep picking blocks, or you want to use the other kind of pick?
If you give me the pickaxe, I rolled a 16.
I got you. I'll give it to you. I think I am going to tell the people that they need to back up, at least.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're like they'll do whichever you say. You're the glowing angel lady that's come to save them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, what's your proficiency +2? Or no, never mind. I know your proficiency. What's your strength? Sorry.
My strength is actually negative.
Okay, so it's the 16 plus
I got
1.
1.
Yeah, because you've got proficiency, so that's a +2, but you got a -1 for strength, so that's a +1.
So what'd you end up getting?
Rolled a 16.
16 plus or plus your modifier?
Strength? Is
Well,
it my
yeah.
we're doing strength, right?
Right, but you also have your proficiency bonus, so you have a -1 strength and a +2 modifier, so it's a +1.
Okay. 17.
Yeah. That is exactly how I imagine right now.
I almost picked the one with Shrek with a glowing hand, but I didn't.
I'll be there for you. If only they had Shrek with a glowing chicken leg.
So, you bring down this pick and it clangs and yeah. So it clangs and it's not quite enough, but you made contact. It sparked, and it looks like you warped it. If you want to, you can try again.
Yeah.
Let's go again. 14, so 15.
Okay, can you roll a d8 for me?
Oh no.
That is a 3, my friend.
Okay, so you do manage to somehow you struck this thing right in the keyhole, and you warp it out, and there's another large spark and a clang, and you hear shouting from the door down the hall, something along the lines of, "You see, I told you, I heard something," and the door is kicked open.
There's no way they could hear over what's going on the top of the ship. Wait. Well, maybe. I guess they are on the bottom.
There's not really screaming or explosions.
Yeah, there's definitely screaming and explosions, though.
Well, to be fair, I haven't said what they heard yet, but they probably heard faintly in the distance Wolfram disemboweling their friends, and then this clanging a bit closer was not a help.
Wilhelm screams. The ship is rocking and creaking, and they're down there fighting Mortimer and Reyna.
Yep.
God damn, guys. You guys could not have worse luck.
So they walk
Probably.
into this room with Reyna holding a claw that is lit up, and Mortimer with a pickaxe. And they
Would that
think they're
not
gonna do a
inspire
good
fear?
job at fighting.
Oh man.
Let's go.
So I think what happens is that they, like I was saying, they didn't necessarily hear y'all, but y'all making noises closer was a big oh shit moment for them. And initiative, please.
Yay.
Barring the circumstances, who needs to roll initiative for my wolf?
You go ahead and roll it for your wolf.
All right.
Got an 11.
I need to pull up. Does it have any modifier to its initiative? Does it?
It's yours. It's your stats for its modifiers.
Then. Ooh. 19 plus 3. Wolf rolls 22.
I got a 12.
Wow. Okay. So, with the initiative order beginning, that would be Misfit first. That would be Driffin.
Okay, I'm trying to remember exactly. I've pulled up the page, what it can do and what its stats are going to end up looking like. Okay, so it can do one attack, D8 plus 2 plus. What is P proficiency bonus slashing damage? That would be applying my proficiency bonus to slashing.
Yes. Which one are you looking at, though?
Beast of the Land.
Okay, I see. Yeah. That would be your proficiency bonus. So it would be 1d8 plus 2 plus 2.
Okay.
And then to roll the attack, it's your spell attack modifier to hit.
How far away are these dudes from us? Them.
Say maybe 25 feet.
Sweet. So Misfit's gonna charge and use Maul at one of them.
Cool.
So the effective charge would be Maul attack, same turn. The target takes an extra 1d6 slashing. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a strength saving throw against spell save DC or be knocked prone.
Cool. So, to let you know, you can see as Misfit, you see that there are some people behind the guy who opened the door, but it's just another big meat wall that opens the door. So
he's charging the first one at the door.
yeah. Well, I'm saying that's the only one he can charge right now.
Yeah. Okay, so that'll be so charging and then rolling my hit. And 18 plus. Oh, crap. What would that be? Would it be a? I'm not.
That would be your wisdom mod, which, if I can get this fucking thing open,
Okay.
would be plus 2. So
20. Hit.
Wait, your spell
Does a
attack
20
bonus.
hit?
20 does hit, yes.
Okay, alright. So I'll be rolling a d8. And then a d6 for the charge damage. Ooh, okay. So the d8 was 8, plus 2, 10, plus my proficiency bonus slashing is plus 5, I think.
Your proficiency bonus should be plus 2 right now.
Uh,
1d8 plus 2 plus proficiency bonus and it's slashing damage. Okay, yeah. So that's 8 plus 2 plus 2.
Okay, and then plus a d6.
Jeez Louise. That thing does a lot of damage.
Where
So
does
4.
the d6 come from? Oh, because you charged.
Charge.
Yeah.
If I charge over 20 feet,
Yeah.
it takes that extra, and then it's gotta save a strength
Yes.
or be knocked prone. So 8, 2, 10, 2, 12, 4, 16 damage, plus a possible prone knock.
That's a 14 to save.
Alright, so I've never done a saving throw against my own thing, so I don't understand that part yet.
Yeah,
Is
so
it teachable?
your spell save DC is your spellcasting stat bonus. So for you, it's Wisdom plus 2 and then plus 8. Well, I said that backwards. It's 8 plus your spellcasting bonus plus your proficiency mod. I think I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for you, it's 12 because that would be 8 plus 4.
Oh, never mind. Now I get it. You rolled max damage.
Yeah.
Nice. Pretty good.
So that'd be spell save DC plus that. Okay. Spell DC is 12 plus what again? I'm sorry.
Yours is 12 because it starts at 8. That's the base for it. And then
Oh, okay.
yeah,
So, okay. 12. So you rolled a what?
14.
Okay, yeah. Then he doesn't get knocked prone.
Pretty solid damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's still pretty fucked up by
Yeah.
this.
12.
Maybe you should. Oh wait.
It was 12 and whatever that d6 was.
Yeah, it was a total of 16 damage.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I mean, he tears into his chest pretty good. You know, it's pretty gory. He's not dead yet, but Reyna.
First off, maybe he shouldn't be kicking down doors. I don't care if he lives here or not.
This is his house.
Well,
About to
you
I
shouldn't
just
be-
said I don't care if he lives here or not.
Let's just say that.
I love the sound of the spellcaster deciding what spell to cast. Just the page.
Which one will do the most desired outcome? They gon' make you unpicked.
Are there any windows in this area? No, right? Because we're below sea level.
This area is, yes. So no windows.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and how far did you say this guy is?
About 25 feet. Driffin's wolf is, right in front of him, because basically what happens is this door comes open, Driffin's wolf just sprints down the
Charge
hallway
you.
and kind of bounces off his chest in a Sonic Spin-esque attack.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and equip Dragon Breath to myself.
Fun.
And then that's a bonus action. So for my action, I'm gonna use Frostbite. And I'm gonna cause Numbing Frost to form on one creature that I can see within range. You must make a con saving throw, please.
Cool, give me 1 second. 'Cause I don't remember his stats. A con save. Does an 8
Combat.
save? Okay, so what happens?
No, he just takes 1 cold damage. And you have a disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll.
Mortimer, that's you.
Alright. So who is closest to me? Or so the lock broke, right? We're good?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Which enemy is closest to me?
The one dude in the doorway still. Like I said, you can see stuff behind him, but he's pretty much not had a chance to move yet. There's a lot of motion and commotion going on behind him as these attacks go in, though. Also, this guy woke up, had one hell of a wake-up call from his nap.
Let's cast. If I throw Ice Knife, does anybody don't want to damage get hit within the 5-foot radius? Like Reyna and the wolf, are they far enough away?
The wolf is right up on the guy. The wolf is in melee range. The wolf would get hit.
Okay.
I'm not worried about that.
Yes, but you're also not there, so Mortimer's decision.
Yeah.
I'm worried. I don't want to hurt anybody. Let's just bop him with the hammer, Roguish Tricky Hammer.
Sweet. Run up to him and...
That is a natural 20. I got a 22, my friend.
Yes!
My God.
Beautiful.
Remember to add your sneak attack. The sneak attack doubles too, so it's 1d8 plus 46.
Oh my God.
Plus whatever your modifier is.
7 plus 46. 7 plus 16.
This dude is
23.
just gonna explode.
23? Did you add your modifier?
I believe so, yeah. I added the sneak attack. I added the attack modifier. Yeah, I'm using D&D Beyond, so it did all it for me.
Okay. Well, okay.
So Mortimer just sprints up. Reyna, you see Mortimer sprint towards this guy and just cave his chest in.
Well,
Yes.
the Turk hammer does it through like some sort of mechanism. So what is the mechanism that is catching him off guard that's dealing the extra damage, Mortimer?
It's a cannon.
It's
Yeah.
literally you hit him and then a cannon explodes from in there.
The front of the barrel pops off, and it's literally just like a cannon, and then the recoil. So It looks like he's swinging a squeaky hammer because the recoil is so fast from the cannonball going off.
It's loud as fuck. I dig it.
That is cool.
Mortimer just packed a cannonball into his trick hammer. He is a dangerous man.
Mess with my family.
Bad motherfucker. Bro, this is getting a little fast and furious in here.
It's all about family.
The furriest.
So, with that, Mortimer, you hear a female voice.
Ah, this bitch.
You hear a voice full of anger, just if I can do the accent. I've had enough shenanigans this week, and you hear yipping and snarling as she shouts, and with that, I'm going to switch back to the above deck fight because I feel like we're about
That's a good
on
point.
the same timeline right now.
Okay. Wolfram
fair.
is being held above deck by a large tentacle.
Yes, and we're gonna start off with your turn.
All right. Wolfram is grabbed bodily and raised above the deck by this octopus that has skittered up onto the deck of the ship. Not it. For a second, it's like, huh. You know, he's bending back and forth, writhing, trying to escape, and then he just bites the fucking tentacle.
I love it.
Let me go ahead and I need to roll some stuff. Alright, 7 to 13. Sorry, I gotta adjust some stuff. Okay, the attack roll is 15 to hit.
Yes, your jaw sink into this thing's very squishy, soft flesh.
Alright. Sorry, I'm having to do another thing as well. And this +2. Wolfram bites into this thing, and like the purplish ichor of its blood pours out and covers his jaws, and his eyes just glow redder for a moment as his wounds start to close up.
Oh, this thing. Okay.
I bite the shit out of him, and there's just blood like pouring out of this thing's tentacles, going down its furry chest, and yeah, he rips a chunk out of it. Let me do the damage on that real quick. That's a. I really should have had this dice out already. Sorry, I'm taking so long, guys.
No, you're fine.
You're good.
Sometimes you gotta make those really complicated 7-minute turns, you know?
I don't like that. I like to know what I'm doing before I start and already be ready for it. But that's 7 slashing or 7 piercing damage. I bite into this thing and just fucking take in its blood.
It makes the weirdest screeching, blurbling noise that you've ever heard.
All right, well that's my turn.
Driffin, a new development has occurred.
Rip out a chunk, rip it out and then roar at it. Yeah.
I like it. Okay. So we've still got the Blade Dancer twins,
Yes.
as well as now Big Tentacle Monster. But I've got a feeling that I'm not going to need to hit any of the Blade Dancers. I just have that feeling. You know? I mean, Big Octopus grabs Wolf Dude, and Wolf Dude just starts chowing down. There's a lot of terrifying things going on right now.
Yeah, kill. Use your discretion to decide what to kill, please.
So,
Who has your hunter?
One of the dudes has my hunter's mark, so I think to create some sort of an advantage, I must kill hunter's mark blade dancer dude, and then I'm gonna move the hunter's mark to. Has the other blade dancer taken any hits?
Yes.
No.
I'm gonna move my if I kill the one that has damage on it with my hunter's mark on it, then I'm gonna move the hunter's mark to the octopus.
One has damage, one doesn't.
Yeah, but he said he's got the mark on the one that doesn't have damage.
Oh, do I?
Yes, that's what you said earlier.
I don't remember. Shit.
Because you asked which one had damage,
If-
or if
if-
one
yeah.
did have damage and didn't. And then you were like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's-
put it on the one that doesn't.
That sounds like something I would do. I'm gonna agree with you, and I'm gonna go ahead and roll an attack on the one that has hunter's mark but no damage, because I'm trying to attempt to move my hunter's mark.
Gotcha.
Well, you're also tying up loose ends.
Yeah. So I'm gonna attempt to let loose an arrow at Blade Dancer Twin with hunter's mark on it.
Cool. Go ahead and roll that attack for me.
Does a 16 hit.
That's 16 hits.
Sweet. All right, let's do some damage. Oof. This is already bad.
D8 plus D6 plus 3, right?
Yeah, it's 9 total damage.
Cool. Perfect. That's pretty good. Beautiful. So, do you have anything else for your turn this turn?
I don't think I have any other. No.
Cool. All right. So,
Oh, Griffin.
Yes.
Quick question. Did you make a concentration check when you got hit with that arrow?
Oh, I did not.
God,
I didn't
that is the
understand.
one- that's the one rule I always forget. So if you have concentration and you are hit with an attack, you make a check to maintain concentration.
Okay.
And the check is, I believe it's 10 plus the damage taken, right?
It's 10, or if it's more, half the damage taken.
Cool. So, and I know it wasn't over 10, so
Yeah,
10.
It wasn't over 20, so it's definitely a 10.
Yeah. So just make a, that's a con check, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Straight con.
Well, the thing that hit me that I had hunter's mark on is dead now. But yeah.
I wouldn't worry. I mean, I'm just asking. It's good to keep in mind. I'm not saying we should
Yeah.
write on the extra damage. You'll probably be fine.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
yeah, you would have
so-
killed that thing outright regardless, honestly.
do I need to go ahead and still make that check just in case?
Yeah, man. It's always better to make the check even if you make it.
Okay.
wrong.
So it'll be a saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was a 15 total.
There you go. You're good. Don't worry about
You're
it.
good.
Okay. Cool. Good to know. I'll keep that in mind from now on. I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, that's the only reason I brought it up. Is like I was like, oh yeah. So we'll
I
remember for
appreciate
next
it.
time.
Though.
Everybody forgets about him. I forget about him.
I appreciate you keeping us all honest here.
Yeah. I as a newer DM, I appreciate somebody with a almost encyclopedic knowledge sometimes. And that may sound bad. Like, I don't mean it badly.
Yeah, I appreciate that it doesn't bother you guys. I appreciate.
So, we come around to one of the blade dancers, and the more heavily injured one begins to run towards the stairs down ship.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
That's what I'm trying to figure out how to, because if you're currently grappled by the octopus, do you still get opportunity attacks?
I do. I just don't have speed.
Cool, that's fine. Go for it then.
Here's my question: am I restrained or am I grappled?
Grappled.
Okay, then that's a natural 20.
Holy
Oh
shit.
my
Oh, I still haven't. Well, no, wait. I am wrong because this is I can't make reckless attacks when it's an opportunity attack. That was my mistake. So it's actually a 12 because I rolled a 12 and a 20. So that my bad.
Meets it beats.
Yep. Well, 12 plus like 6. So
Yeah.
yeah.
12
Yeah.
plus a few
Sorry, I just had to
rolls.
correct myself real quickly there. I'm used to rolling with advantage, so I forget when it's like opportunity attack. No, wait, I shouldn't have rolled with advantage.
Keeping yourself honest. That's respectable.
Man, the game is only fun if you like. There's no reason
Yeah.
to cheat. 6 plus 5.
You reach out, like almost instinctually, and dig into her back, and she falls dead on the on the deck.
Yeah, I think I just I cut her Achilles tendon or something. Or like stab her in the back when she turns around to run, just like I'm like flailing around my sword, just
You hit nothing
anything
but
that moves has to die.
So, Tortimer shuffles around you, Driffin, and begins climbing down. Climb speed is half of movement speed, correct?
Yes.
Cool.
You can also jump and take the fall damage if you want. Just saying.
I don't think he would.
Okay.
Next is the other Blade Dancer twin. Who is going to use her bonus action to disengage.
Hell yeah.
And then try and sprint below deck.
All right.
Next up.
Taking my hunter's mark with her.
Well, because of the length of
I can
the ship,
recast it if I need to.
Well, because of the length of the ship, she makes it to the steps, but not down them yet.
So still within sight.
Yes.
Yeah, man, take her out.
Yeah, snipe.
Next up is the octopus!
I am currently grappled by him.
Yes, and he tries to attack you and does a 23 hit, 18 plus 5.
Yep, 23 hits.
That will be 10 bludgeoning damage.
10 bludgeoning damage. Okay. Yeah, I'm just getting smacked in the face with tentacles, and I'm just continuing. It's like when you boop a dog with a rolled up newspaper. Just I'm still snarling at him. I'm like, it's time to play. I mean, wait. Anyway, yeah. Let me actually write down that damage.
So that does bring it around to your turn, Wolfram.
Right. Again, Wolfram, unfazed. Will attack. Actually, it's not really worth Wolfram's time to try to escape from this thing's grasp because he wants to attack it, and guess what? It's right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's advantageous to him.
So he's just gonna continue to attack. I really wish I could have had that 20, but damn me. Okay. That's a 10 and an 8, so advantage 10 plus 5, 15.
That hits.
All right. I'm going to tear at this thing with my claws. 5 plus 5, 10 on my first attack. Second attack is a 6 and a 3. 6 plus 5 is 11.
Yes.
Yeah, is that... Wait, 11 total?
11 total. Yeah, I rolled a 6 and a 3 even with advantage.
Oh, yeah, that
I'm get-
hits.
Oh, that does still hit. Okay, I'll roll to do damage. That's a 6 plus 5, so 11. So 10 and 11 damage, 21 total. I'm just tearing into this thing. It's got me held, but what it doesn't realize is that puts it exactly where I want it. And I am just like shredding this thing.
Yeah, you are. You've done pretty significant damage to it.
Well, you know, if I'm going to go all out, I'm going to go all out.
Oh, yeah.
The wolf is pleased. That's my turn.
All right, if that's your turn, that brings it around to Driffin.
Sweet. I'm picking off the bitch running away.
Go for it.
Does a 13 hit?
That hits.
All right. 3 plus 3, so 9, 12 damage.
Cool. You send an arrow flying in her direction, and it goes through her side, right about where the kidney is.
Hmm.
That brings us around to Tortimer, who is
Damn.
going to use the rest of his movement to get all the way down. And then he's going to he reaches into a pouch on his hip, and from what you can see, it looks like just a bit of fluff.
Oh, I know this one. I recognize that material component.
And he utters some words as his eyes flare lightly. And suddenly, this chick kind of skids to a stop, hand on her hip where the arrow is punched through, and just screams as she falls on her ass right in front of the steps. That brings it around to her turn, and she tries to jump overboard.
Wait, isn't she at the door? She couldn't go under.
She is right there, right at the steps, but as she was getting there, she falls on her ass and screams in terror.
Right, the illusion. Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
And yeah, you see her her scramble to her feet and sprint towards the edge, and floop, off she goes.
Cool.
Which brings it around to giant octopus time.
Woohoo!
Dun, 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 dun. The creature. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say.
Does a 14 hit?
14 does not hit.
Cool.
I think it's having a hard time hitting me because I'm shredding its tentacles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of shredding its tentacles, here's your third chance. Here go.
All right. Wolfram is like working his way towards this thing in its grasp and is trying to jump on its body. He's snarling and snapping. There's like spit flying and roaring, and he's like very much like. You ever seen a really motivated dog dragging a entire cage and kennel behind it while it's trying to get like a piece of fried chicken? That's exactly what's going here.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he drags his way over and tries to jump on it, and I think Wolfram would like to start trying to claw his way into its body.
Oh God.
This is terrifying.
It's not going to be anything mechanical, but it's just like I want to get on its big, soft, gooey body and just start slashing out chunks, and like I'm trying to dig into it. Okay, that was a 14 and a 20, so I did get a legitimate 20 that time. That's a claw attack, so d6, d6. That is 11 total. I rolled a 2 and a 4. Okay, I swear to God, 2 and another natural 20. I'm not fucking lying here. That was a 2 and a natural 20.
Hey, I've rolled 4 natural 20s tonight. Who am I to...
All right, that's a 6 and a 1. So 11 for the first hit, and then 12 for the second hit because of 6 and a 1.
Cool.
So 23 slashing damage as I'm just ripping into this thing's body. I am wolf. The wolf wants to be inside of this thing's body.
Hey now.
You're an all-star.
Keep your game on. Go play. But yeah, that's my turn.
So as you savagely tear into this thing, you even manage to, like, because of how you're just going at it, like, not without much real thought, just the instinctual drive forward for more blood and gore. You managed to sever one of its tentacles at the base, and when I say sever, I more mean just
Rip off.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's not clean in any way, and
like the way I'm imagining it is he bites it in his jaw and then he slashes at it with his claw and just manages to like rip it in like a jagged line.
Yeah, it's something horrible.
Tasty.
This thing is barely clinging on. Like it's basically death throwing at this point because it can't really get much away from you. Driffin, it's your turn.
Then can we say that like Wolfram is making his way actively into this thing's body while Driffin watches?
Yeah, that's fine to me.
All right.
Awesome.
Driffin, is it your turn now?
Yeah.
You get a hunter's mark this thing?
I don't think it's beneficial to waste a spell on something that might die very soon.
Don't you still have hunter's mark?
The other thing left, and she's still alive as far as we know.
Okay.
I can only bonus action if it dies.
Gotcha.
So I would have to recast.
Huh?
I would have to recast it in order to gain its bonus.
Yeah, I got you. That was my mistake. You can still shoot it though. I don't
want to waste a spell slot on something that might die in a few.
Yeah, man, I was mistaken. We don't have to dwell on it.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Is this classified as a beast?
I sure hope so.
My friend,
Okay.
It is a large beast.
All right, sweet. So I'll get a +2 on damage with it. Favorite enemy that I always forget to add.
Well, to be fair, I haven't been as good with you as I should be about adding in beasts.
Well, no, fine. You've added in a ton of these. We fought at least like 7.
Yeah. I just forget to add the bonus because I forget that I have it. But I'm gonna fire off an arrow at the octopus.
I believe you also get that additional 2 to hit as well.
From archery? Or from beast? I don't remember, to be honest. Probably. Are we talking about favorite enemy?
Yeah, favorite enemy. As far as I can see, it only adds bonus damage.
Yeah, because a lot of the time you can get the bonus to hit from archery.
Yeah.
All right, so
Cool.
does a 15 hit?
Yes, that hits.
All right. Okay, so 4 plus 3 is 7, plus the bonus of 2 is 9. 9 total.
damage. Sweet. So you thunk an arrow into its one of its weird cloudy eyes, and it makes another horrible screeching noise as it writhes beneath you, beneath Wolfram. And Wolfram does. God damn it.
Remember, advantage.
Does a 12 hit?
A 12 doesn't hit, even with advantage?
Yeah, I got an 8 and or no, that would be a 14, sorry. I did disadvantage.
14 doesn't quite hit.
Yeah, so yeah, because I got an 8 and a 10.
Okay.
Alright, so it tries meekly to slap at you, Wolfram, but it's oof. That brings it back around to your turn, Wolfram.
Alright. Wolfram has now made his way into this thing's body. And what I like to imagine is that he is in the soft part of its like bulbous head thing. And I want him to explode out of the top if I kill this thing.
Well, like, I think the way I want to treat this is, you are inside it. You can't miss.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna roll anyway. So that's a 17 for the first hit. I'll go ahead and roll the second one. 17 and 16 plus my modifier is like 23 and 22.
Yeah.
For both hits. So that is 4, 1, 5. That's 15 total slashing damages. I rip my way out of the top of it, and purple Lycor explodes out of the top and rains down on the deck.
It's beautiful.
It does kill it though, right? I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah,
Okay.
No, that
I was like,
definitely.
did I just call it to death and it didn't die?
Yeah. No, you killed the shit out of it.
Okay. Okay. Good.
That brings...
Being below deck and not experiencing this, I have never been more happy to say that I am a bottom.
Yeah. Wolfram lets out a horrifying wailing roar or a howl.
So I still have. There are no more enemies above deck, but I still have you in initiative order. If you wish to do things in initiative order, I'm gonna say you have a minute to decide, like a quick minute to decide what you're gonna do from here. Go ahead.
Super important question. How long? How many rounds has this been? How many turns?
Let me.
Because I feel like it's been almost 10, if not 10 yet.
6. At least that's what it says in my initiative tracker.
Oh, it was 3 turns until we switched, and this has been... I guess it has been 6. I could have sworn it was almost 10. Okay.
Well, it might be 9 because I think it switches over when I switch to a different list and I am active in that list.
Okay. 9 is perfect, because that means that after I explode out of this thing, Wolfram's red eyes kind of start to fade, and he transforms back into a human. His eyes roll back, his cloak's hood falls back, and he just collapses on the deck. Because a minute's up. Which is probably good for Tortimer, because Tortimer would have been next. Being on deck.
Oh. That would have been fun.
I mean, you would have been third if he had seen you.
I mean, if he would have, I would have honored what Wolfram told me to do.
This is
Fair
this. You
enough.
think that this is probably what he was referring to when he?
Yeah. If he would have went for Tortimer, I think Driffin would have started something.
Now he said protect them. He didn't say kill me. Just so you
Yeah,
remember.
no. Mm-hmm. I have something for that. Don't worry.
Oh, Lord.
Trust me, I'm not worried.
So, Driffin, since are you actually like mechanically passed out, Wolfram?
I'm not mechanically passed out. I think he's just weak. I have a level of exhaustion.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So, yeah, like I said, you guys have like a quick second or so to decide, you know, which direction you want to head in, what you want to do from this point. While we go ahead.
Wolfram stumbles to his feet. That's all.
Yeah. While
Driffin
we
slides down.
make a dexterity check for me, just a standard dex check.
Oh, okay. 11 plus 3? 14. The hell?
I realized I'm looking at your sheet and I think your stats are a little off, but that your roll is correct.
He should have proficiency in Dex, right?
Yes. But like I have the sheet pulled up and I was like +2 to acrobatics. That's not right. You have a +3 dex. You know.
Yeah, and he should have a +2 as well, so it should be 5 total.
Yeah. So that would put you at 16, right? 15 or 16.
Wait, is it a saving throw or a check? Because sorry, those are different. I was confused.
It is a check.
Okay, that was my bad. It is a 3. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, that is good enough that, you know, it's a little awkward. Your hands are a little raw from sliding down, but, you know, you don't, like, hurt yourself.
Oh, you just jumped down?
I slid down.
Oh, okay.
Flavor wise.
What you could call that is you dashed. I mean, that's 30 feet of climbing, so you just used all your movement in your action.
Yeah, that's fair.
Otherwise, you'd be in danger of taking some damage.
Yeah.
So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut back to the other initiative order.
Okay. Can I just real quick before we do that? Can we say like, okay, Driffin slides down, and Tortimer and Driffin are approaching Wolfram as Wolfram is kind of like trying to get onto his feet. He like slams his sword into the ground and is kind of like shakily standing up.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I wanted to do. All right.
So, you guys, Mortimer and Reyna, you hear this, you know, feminine voice. All right, that's enough shenanigans this week. And, some, snarling and yipping as, this just fiery shock red-haired woman, stands up from a cot that she was sitting on. You can barely see her through the door. Mortimer, you get a clearer picture because you're like right up on the door. Inside this room with her, there is 2 big ass like wolf dog things on a chain that is connected to the wall, to the far wall in the room. And there is another big dude who is like the big dude that was, you know, in front of him that just got mauled to fuck, and his chest exploded. It kind of fell back on him, so he's kind of like standing there with him half in his arm, the corpse half in his arms. And she stands up and she's got her arm in a sling, her right arm in a sling, and she draws her sword.
Let's go, bitch.
Fucking do it. Who is in turn for initiative?
Right now, it is her.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
I recognize her as the captain's daughter, right? The one that is kind of running this.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
She's much older than the last time you saw her. You know, maybe a good 20 years, but yeah. And she
Oh shit. That's
she
cool.
pushes past the thug guy and immediately snarls at you, Mortimer, and tries to swing on you. Fuck me. Does a 14 hit?
No, it does not.
So she's off balance a bit. You think she was probably right-handed, but her right arm is the one that's been, injured. She's got it up in a sling. Beyond that sling, she's got this, very purposefully cut, sewn top on under her leather armor that shows off, the big pink scar. But in addition, hers is an X, coming down on either side. And that brings it to the thug guy, who drops the corpse and turns around, fiddling. Misfit is up, so Driffin.
Alright. So all that's in here is a dude and a chick.
And some
And-
giant dogs.
2 dogs.
Yeah,
The dog. Okay, the dogs. I forgot about them. Alright, so
let me just...
Misfit's gonna go after one of the dogs. It just feels right, you know?
I agree. I was literally thinking that, and I was like, no, I shouldn't say anything. And then you said it, and I was like, oh my
yeah,
god.
it feels right. Dog fight ensuing.
Oh,
Just
Obviously, I have to use Maul, so.
for a general idea, this is kind of basically what they look like. Big furry teeth and claws, and,
That's sick.
Oh, that is sick. Alright, so Misfit's gonna move toward one of them and make an attack.
cool.
How did we do? Oh. Hang on, I keep forgetting how we're doing this because okay, spell attack bonus is +4, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So it'll be hit +4. Got it. Does a 16 hit?
Yes, that hits.
Okay. D8. Where are you?
wait, Raina has a hammer?
+2.
Oh, that hammer. Right.
What was the slashing damage bonus again? I'm sorry.
2
Oh,
plus proficiency bonus, so
yeah.
4.
So,
Okay.
just for clarity,
Total.
that slashing damage is just to clarify what type of damage it is.
Okay.
Yeah, that additional PB is just your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, it's 4.
Okay. Total 4.
4 plus your D8 or whatever it is. You roll.
Yeah. 4 plus my D8, so that'll be a 6 plus 4, 10 damage.
That's good.
Yeah, that's damn good.
Did you get? Wait. Did you get your charge?
I assume it wasn't 20 feet, was it?
Wasn't big
not
enough.
this time.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. So, Raina, that is you. You're up.
Alrighty. So How close is everybody to me?
So if I'm correct, you're still at the end of the hallway. So you're about 25 feet away from Mortimer and the bandit captain leader, pirate leader, and then an additional 5, so about 30 feet from Misfit and the other big meat wall and the wolves.
Okay. Quick question for you.
Yeah, what you got?
My where'd it go? My careful meta magic. Does that only take care of one person at a time?
No, it's up to your charisma, isn't it?
Yeah, it's up to your charisma mod, so I think up to 3.
Okay, so what you're saying is I can move up, protect Mortimer and Misfit, and spew some shit on all of them.
It sounds like it.
I think
If I'm
so. Let me just double check to make sure I'm not bullshitting you.
careful, use
Ooh.
one sorcery point to choose those creatures up to your charisma modifier. Minimum of 1. They automatically succeed, but that does mean that if they automatically succeed, they would still take half damage if it deals half damage.
Yeah, correct. So you can make them automatically succeed.
That's only taking half damage.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is I'm actually gonna move up to. I'm gonna move up to where Mortimer is, so I don't have to worry about Mortimer. That means Misfit is gonna be partially in the fire of this. But I think I'm gonna choose. I think I'm gonna choose acid and spit some acid on these people.
Hell yeah.
Because I've got dragon breath. So until the spell ends, the creature can use this spell in a 15-foot cone. So it should reach all of them.
Yeah, you're gonna hit everybody in this room. 15-foot cone. Yeah, you'll hit everybody in the room. The captain included, if you want.
I would like to do the captain, the dogs, and the big guy. I'm not gonna hit any of the people in the cages, right?
Different room.
Yeah, different room. You are kind of standing parallel to Mortimer and the doorway. So no, you're fine. You're not gonna hit anybody.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to double check. So that means that each creature in that area must make a dex saving throw. Misfit automatically succeeds on that. And then I will roll 3d6 damage. And if you save on any of them, they take half as much.
So what's that damage?
So good news. You everybody except the meat wall failed the save.
Okay, that is 14 damage for everybody except for Misfit and the meat wall. That means 7 damage to Misfit and the meat wall.
So
All right.
Driffin, Misfit should have 25 health if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, you're correct.
Well, how much is left? 18?
Yeah, that would be 18, yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Ah.
It is what it is. out of character, the beast is kind of an expendable companion.
Yeah.
You said 14, 14 damage, right?
Yeah.
What's that? What the fuck?
Sorry, I'm having to deal a lot of damage to a lot of different enemies.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah. Sorry. No, I'm looking at a meme about Mewtwo.
Okay, cool. That brings it around to Mortimer.
Okay. I have a question for you.
Yes.
So, where in like the supply bay area are there spare cannons lying on the ground?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Can you, before I say anything, can you please, you are rolling a dexterity save, you're trying to beat a 12.
Oh God. Okay. Who?
Captain Scarface. Scarchest.
Ooh. 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 That's a 5. She failed.
Okay, so he
Oh,
goes.
hold
he
on.
goes,
She has to roll at disadvantage.
Oh, so
Wait,
it's
why?
worse.
Yeah, that's a 5.
Why did you roll
Okay,
it?
I'm gonna roll my damage.
Previous things that she suffered.
Injuries.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, so he goes, listen, bitch, it's time for you to pay for your crimes. And he runs over and, let me go into general chat real quick.
I'm scared.
I'm excited.
I have a visual.
Mm.
I cast
I
catapult.
love it. Oh my god.
13 damage.
13. Oh, is it catapult?
It's 3d8.
Gotcha. I was asking if it was a catapult spell.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can
So I'm just launching a cannon.
you can do your sneak attack on that, I think.
Okay, which is how many d6? Just one?
2d6.
2. Okay. So 13 plus, dude, I got 2 6s.
Oh
I-
my goodness.
I feel like I should say, I did not expect that this was going to become an every time you use it thing. It's kind of powerful.
25 damage.
This is amazing.
And if she survives, I'm casting it 2 more times.
Oh, the animosity.
I'm just using this. I just have a bazooka and I'm gonna use it.
She did kill his wife, so.
And she's been hunting elemental beings for generations. It's time for her crimes to be paid.
So, a cannonball slams into her chest, and she screams in agony as her arm that was folded against her chest in this sling is further crumpled. And she's angry, very angry.
How the fuck is she still alive?
Because she's a boss.
Bruh.
But at that point, we're going to cut back to above deck. You guys hear a fucking cannon go off.
I love the transition. Just boom.
We have to hurry. Griffin, we must hurry.
Yes. Let's get down there.
Cool.
I start hobbling down.
Cool. So, I'm going to. If you guys want, you can roll another initiative, or I can go what you had before. But 2 turns are going to go before you get down there, just because of the distance. You know.
That's fair.
All right.
I vote to go with whatever Wolfram does, if he's gonna re-roll or not.
I'm not rolling again. I had a good one. That was a 19 for me.
Cool. I'm cool with it then.
We just hobble under deck as mingled red and purple blood pours off of the side of the ship. Just ludicrous amounts of blood.
I mean, it is ludicrous amounts of blood.
It was a giant octopus
Hmm.
that you exploded out of.
And the lifeblood of 5 people, I think. Because the 6th one jumped off the ship.
Yeah. Dude's a
Sure.
murderous monster.
Well, that's the point of the monster, you know.
Yeah. That was beautiful though.
There's a reason black wolves are an omen of death among soldiers.
So this captain, she goes. She says to you, "Is wanting to live a life of luxury a crime?" And as she does so, she's swinging down with her scimitar, and does a 15 hit.
Me?
Yes, Mortimer.
My armor class is 15, so I would say yeah.
Yeah. So that is 6 slashing damage.
Ow.
Next up are these Wolfie boys who have had acid eat through their chains.
Oh.
Oh.
You get an advantage on the check to break the chains.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's interesting. I like it. Way to pay attention, DM.
So, well, when she said acid, I was like, "Oh, yes."
You
I
done it.
almost did poison too. But hey.
So they, both of these guys struggle against the chains, but they, one of them has been attacked by
Misfit.
Misfit, and the other one has, they have all been doused in acid. They're struggling, but they're a little, And this acid doused meat wall is going to use his action to free them.
You've got acid-soaked wolves and acid-soaked meat walls. This is just giving me flashbacks to the Latin Feud.
About that time,
About dancing.
Wolfram and Driffin, you come pounding down the steps, and you see about 25 feet down the hallway this scene. Wolfram, you are up first in the initiative order for this.
Has it already been 2 rounds? I thought it's only been 1 round.
I only counted 1.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind if you want to input us in, but I know we got a long way to go.
Well, I did 2 turns because I'm assuming if you're moving, it was a 60 feet movement, and if you guys, can move 30 feet in 6 seconds, I assumed you were moving simultaneously.
We dashing, bro. We
Yeah,
dashing.
so I assumed you guys would make it there in turns rather than a full round.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright.
Sure. Yeah. Wolfram runs in, kind of limping a little bit. Since I dashed to get here, is that my action?
No, I think that was like that. I'm counting that as simultaneously happening with the last turn.
Okay, then I'll run in, see the scene before me, and say, well, I'm not going to say anything because I'm Wolfram, so I'm just going to attack something. I attack the other wolf.
Cool.
Well, actually, no, nobody's on the meat wall, is he?
No.
Okay, I'll attack the meat wall.
Cool. Fuck him up.
Cool. That's a 15 plus 6, so 21.
That hits.
All right. I should not have put away my D10. This is not a reckless attack, so that is 9 plus 5, 14. I barrel in and I lunge at this guy and I slash him with my sword.
You catch him pretty good. He had his arm up trying to defend himself because he just got doused with acid, is trying to let loose the attack dogs, and this large man covered in blood and scraps of fur and
Covered.
sorry?
Absolutely covered.
Oh yeah. And like there's even some weird like pale fleshy bit stuck to his shoulder. It's weird. But between the acid and your strike, you managed to cleave clean through his forearm that he had held up, and he screams as his hand from just below the elbow down falls off.
Wolfram, with his completely blank expression, is looking at him as he sprays his blood on his face.
God, Wolfram's a serial killer. No, no. I guess technically he'd be considered a spree killer, but
It's this.
Driffin, that brings it around to your turn, and now that you are here, you and Misfit act on the same turn.
All right. What can Driffin see from where he's standing?
At the end of the hallway, you see Reyna and Mortimer kind of engaged with the Scar Chest lady. And you can probably see Wolfram's back, but I doubt more beyond that.
All right. So it's 25 feet away.
To the doorway.
Yeah.
To get in the
To the
room is
doorway.
a full 30 feet.
And that would be all my movement speed.
Yes.
I'd still be able to act, correct?
Yeah, you just wouldn't have any more movement speed.
Okay. I'm going to move in. I'm going to Hunter's Mark the wolf that is not fighting Misfit.
Cool.
And I'm going to fire a glass arrow at it.
Ooh. Let me pull up the thing, because I forgot what these do.
Isn't it just caltrops?
Yeah,
Yes.
it was a caltrip.
Yeah, but I can never remember exactly the verbiage of caltrips.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool, okay, go ahead and make that attack for me.
So the hit is 18.
That hits.
Alright, I assume this is obviously a beast.
Yes.
So it's going to be... total of 6 plus 2, 8 damage.
Cool. Just making sure you rolled your Hunter's Mark damage, right?
Yeah, it was a low roll.
Gotcha. Cool. You sink an arrow into its flank. Or no, this is the
Now
glass arrow. It shatters
Yeah,
against
this
its
is
flank.
glass. So now it's under caltrips if it tries to move.
Which is beautiful. Wonderful for it. Next, you have Misfit.
Oh, yeah, that is right. Alright, so Misfit's currently engaged with the other dog. So we're just going to attack.
Gotcha.
Okay. So. What was that? 9. Does a 13 hit?
Unfortunately, it does not.
Okay. As it tries to attack, it breaks loose and just sidesteps them all.
Yeah.
Uh,
So.
okay. Oh.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, what feels appropriate here is that Wolfram and Driffin run in and see the scene before them. Wolfram taking in what's happening, seeing Mortimer facing off against the captain with a fucking cannon. We'll hold them off! Finish them! I don't know, something like that.
Is it my
I
turn?
need good one-liners.
Ugh.
It's okay. Wolfram is the silent stoic type, so he doesn't necessarily need the one-liners.
That just tells me my one-liner wasn't very good.
No, I think it was great.
You sound like somebody that just got socks for Christmas.
I have depression. I always sound like somebody who just got socks for Christmas.
They're great.
I'll still say Wolfram says it. Wolfram says, "We'll hold them off. Finish them." I can't find Wolfram's voice right now. Sorry.
It's okay.
Alrighty. So I have some plans for Miss Captain here.
Mm.
I'd like to Tasha mind whip the captain.
Okay, I know that's a save, but remind me which one. No, that is an attack, isn't it?
Nope, it's an intelligence saving throw, please.
I failed.
Does an 18 save?
You still take half damage, though. You take 6 damage.
Are there any additional effects?
Not on a save. I don't think.
Yeah, not on the save. If you would have failed, you would have had more, but not on a save.
Ooh, do you weird question. Do you what's the word for it? What are your other meta magics?
I have twinned and careful.
Can you twin those?
I think you can.
I forget what twinned is.
When you cast a spell that targets only one creature, doesn't have a range of self, you can spend a number of sorcery points equal to the spell's level to target a second creature in range with the same spell. So like you could hit the burly guy or something, or one of the wolves or something.
Yeah, you got 2 wolves and a burly guy to choose from too, so if you want to, you don't have to.
Yeah, I'm just
I'll hit the burly guy for 2 freaking sorcery points. Does it take the same amount of damage?
you can re-roll if you want, but I would assume just for simplicity's sake.
That's fine.
Yeah. He fails. So how much damage is it?
So he takes 12 damage,
But
but he also, on his turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. It only gets one of them. And you can't react until the end of your next turn.
Okay, so that's really awesome. What happens is his eyes roll back in his head and he begins to cry blood as he falls into the ground.
yes.
Not bad.
He died.
I will say I'm not 100% sure I'm reading that right, Raina, but I think that you can use it for this.
I think
Sorry.
so too. Even if you're not technically supposed to, I think it like the spirit of it is that you can. So
Yeah, well, it's a affecting one creature, right? Normally,
Yes, you just affect the one creature.
then I think this is definitely applicable.
so that brings us back around to our cannon-toting grandpa.
I'm very sorry. One question really quick on that twin. That because I use the sorcery points, it does not use another spell slot, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to check. Cool. Sorry, Mortimer.
Oh, you're good. So I would like to snarl at her and then roll that deck save. It'll be fun.
You are not kidding. You're just gonna cast this till you're out of spell slots, huh?
I love it.
Man, out of cannon, he's going to use the cannon.
It's overpowered, but I mean, it's true to character. His wife just died. Who wouldn't?
Oh yeah, you got a blast bitch.
13 on the deck save.
Oh, you made it.
Do they take any damage on a success?
The object flies in a straight line. The creature on a failed save, the object strikes the target and stops moving on the objects.
So the way I'm reading it, it would take the damage regardless.
Is it half damage? I just don't have it open.
So it reads as on a failed save, the object strikes the target and stops moving. When the object strikes something, the object and what it strikes each take 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. It doesn't have anything for a success then.
Yeah, no, she saved and dodged.
Yeah, so she
Right.
doesn't get any damage. Because she succeeded on her save.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you did fire a fucking cannon.
Alright. Wolfram needs to make a check then? No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, actually.
Oh, alright. Can
Wolf-
I use my danger sense?
Yes, Wolfram and both the wolves.
Alright, that is a 13 plus 3.
So you save and you dodge.
Okay. Yeah,
And
Wolfram fucking jumps out of the way as this guy falls on the ground bleeding from his eyes.
so roll that damage for me, Mortimer.
Eight. 5 + 1 + 2.
Cool.
Which one takes the damage?
The more damaged wolf, one of the wolves. You said 8.
I feel like that would be the one that Misfit was fighting.
Probably, yeah. So go ahead and make one from Misfit, just because. I'm
I got you. I apply my dexterity to it, correct?
correct.
And
May
this is-
I?
Go ahead.
Can I justify if the one in front of it? Well, basically, like if somebody, it's whoever fails first in the line up, right?
Yeah, that is true. It stops after one
Yeah,
gets
it does
hit.
stop after it hits something. So yeah, Misfit's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Well, yeah, it only hits one creature. It's not lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go through.
Cool.
All right.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Super loud. It's great. I have the mechanics here for a siege weapon cannon as well, if anybody's interested.
Fuck yeah. So, just real quick, because I think this is gonna be a quick on her turn. she says, "Right, enough of that then," and charges at you with the point forward of her, almost as if she's trying to skewer you, Morty.
Morty. I'm assuming the fireball kills the wolf.
It doesn't, actually.
What?
Whoa!
It hurt the
The-
shit out of it. It's close to
How-
dead.
How much damage did it take? Like 17?
Oh, 8 from that one.
Well, he cast catapult.
I'm confused now.
Yeah, me too. That's why I'm being annoying.
No, you're not
More-
being annoying.
How much did you roll for that catapult damage?
It was 8, 5 plus 2 plus 1.
Okay,
Damn.
it was okay. That's why I was confused. It was so low. I was okay. My bad. My bad. 5 plus 2 plus 1. Okay. Yeah, my bad. My bad. My
Yeah.
bad.
So, Mortimer, does a 17 hit?
Yep.
Okay, so she hits you for 6 slashing damage.
Alright.
Then, this wolf, who just got smacked with a fucking cannonball, is going to try and attack, Misfit.
I'm imagining the way it does. It only deals 8 damage. Is just like takes off this thing's tail.
So, with advantage, it only rolled an 8, and I'm pretty sure Misfit's AC is higher than that.
Yeah, it is.
Why does it have advantage?
Pack tactics.
Oh, the other one is
Yeah.
okay. I see. I see.
And then the other wolf is going to try and attack you, Wolfram.
Good luck.
Is it close enough or must it move?
Nah, it's close enough.
Okay.
These haven't really had a chance to move, and they were chained up to the same point in the wall.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Does a 24 hit?
Just barely. It didn't have advantage. Well, wait, did it? Wait, well, no, it didn't have to move. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I guess it does have advantage.
That's 10 piercing damage, and then I need you to make a strength saving throw.
I'm good at those.
Yeah.
That's a 19 plus 11. No, I'm just kidding. Plus 5, 24.
Yeah, you save. So this thing
You said
pound-
10?
I'm sorry?
You said 10?
Yeah. So this
Okay.
thing jumps at you and it manages to get a good bite into your shoulder, but it didn't expect you to not fall over, so it just kind of limply lets go after it gets that bite.
It's a really solid bite. I think it it gets in deep. 10 is a lot of damage. Sorry, I'm having to double check a thing. Okay, it's just ability check. Gotcha.
And that is a round to your turn.
All right, I'm going to attack it in turn. Okay, that didn't roll. That just landed on a 19, so we're gonna roll that again. 16.
That hits.
Yeah, I'm gonna. It's bit my shoulder. I go because it hurts, and so I'm gonna try to push it off of me and attack it with my sword. 16 plus 6, 22.
Yeah.
Since I'm trying to push it away from me, would you say that I would have to attack it with one hand? Or can I two-hand it?
I think two-handing it's fair, because I think you could get the effect with two-handing it,
Okay. That is 4 plus 3, 7. I slash down again. I push it away from me, and I take a swipe at it.
You tear into its flank and it yelps at you, now standing on standing on 3 legs, holding up the one snarling at you.
All right, that's my turn.
Cool. Driffin, you and Misfit.
All right. I'm gonna try and finish off the wolf I've got Hunter's Mark on.
Cool.
So, standing where I'm standing, I'm just gonna shoot off another arrow in hopes of killing it. Does a 17 hit?
17 hits.
Sweet. Let's roll this damage. Nine damage.
An arrow thunks beautifully into this thing's forehead, and it slumps to the ground.
Cool. And then Misfit's turn. It's going to Maul again. Oof. That's a miss. That's a 2. Plus
Yeah.
whatever. There's no way the plus adds up to anything higher.
Yeah, unfortunately. With that first one dead, do you want to move your Hunter's
Move
Mark?
Hunter's Mark. I'm gonna move it to the other wolf. Why not?
Cool. Raina, that brings it around to you.
Okay, I'm sorry. What's still alive and what's not?
There is the captain and one wolf.
Cool.
Right now, the wolves are just kind of snarling at each other, making bites, but not actually hitting anything.
Oh yeah.
And there's a lot of hot wolf on wolf action in this one.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Wolves in this one. Ooh.
I'm here
Okay.
for it, man.
I would like to hit the captain with Sacred Flames, please. I need a dex saving throw.
Ooh, good choice. Because we know she has disadvantage.
Yeah, she fails. She fails big time.
Oof.
Alrighty. She will take 5 radiant damage.
How's it look? Does it look cool? You grab her with your moonlight ribbon.
Her arm sling is begins to singe lightly from just the brilliant radiance.
I feel like with this one, you would literally just see the almost like a moonlight color beam just come down on this woman.
Hell yeah. Just smack her with moonlight.
You good calling that your turn?
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that sacred flame.
You
Cool.
still have Dragon's Breath active, but I think you already used your action.
So Mortimer, it's up to you.
Roll dexterity check.
Do it! Do it!
What did I ask?
Do it.
12.
Nope.
That's what it needs. That's what it needs to be.
Oh, damn.
So
Damn it.
So she nimbly steps out of the way once again and go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, time for me to make a dex save?
Yes.
Alright, that's a 12 and a 13 plus 3, so 16?
Yeah, that's a save for you.
Wolfram sees he's about to blast it again and is just like, out of the way.
Everybody dodge it.
The dire wolf is got hit.
Oh, 19 damage.
Jesus Christ!
There we go.
That
7,
sounds
6,
better.
6.
So it's a horrific sight as this cannonball. The wolf turns to see the noise because he's like, why the fuck is this happening over and over? This loud, horrible noise. And as he turns his head, his body lines up perfectly, and you just it just tears through its body. It's rough. It turns this thing into a mist of blood and viscera.
My clothes are ruined anyway. What is more blood?
Clothes? Wolfram doesn't wear clothes.
Fair.
You can say no because I don't even know what you would consider it for damage. But can I just throw the cannon at her as like a bonus action, or
Not as a bonus action, but you can throw it. That would be an improvised weapon attack.
okay? I'm gonna do that next turn.
Yeah. It is her turn, and she... I will not die tonight! She screams as she tries to bring down her blade on you and does a 13 hit. No, it does not. Cool. That's Wolfram.
Let's see. The wolves are gone.
Yes, the only standing enemy left is this captain.
Wolfram turns around and sees Mortimer and the captain still facing off together, and she says, "I will not die tonight." And he says, "You will die by my blade," and attacks her. Does an 18 plus 6, 24 hit.
Yes.
Alright. That is 4 plus sorry, it changes when I'm in a rage and when I'm not, so I have to
Oh, you're good.
plus 3, so 7 slashing.
Cool.
Yeah, I just attack her from behind and fucking slash her across the back.
Yeah, you bring your blade down across her back, and she screams, but stumbling, she's still standing, and she's not happy.
Yeah, that's my turn.
So that brings us around to Driffin and Misfit.
All right. So, I'll go ahead and use my bonus action to move the hunter's mark from the dead wolf to this bish. And I'm not sure what I want to do exactly. The hunter's mark only applies to weapon attack. Okay. I think I'll just fire an arrow at her. Why not? The style, right?
Yeah.
And she has hunter's mark on. Yeah, that's gonna be a miss. 4 plus 5 does a 9 hit.
A 9 does not hit.
All right. Is she 20 feet away from Misfit? That's probably a no.
No, she's not. I could give you 10 feet max.
Yeah. Misfit's gonna run at her, and that's also a miss. I assume a 4 plus, what the hell was it? Oh, yeah, an 8.
No, that
Does
does
not
not
hit.
hit.
All right.
Cool. So that brings it around to Reyna.
Where is everybody situated around her?
Y'all are all kind of like all around her at this point. Everybody's kind of got her circled around her.
Except for Drift.
Griffin is just in the door. Like he's like a couple feet in the door. I guess I'd be behind Wolfram mostly.
Yeah, other than that, she's surrounded on all sides by Wolf, Wolfram, and Mortimer.
Cool, cool. I want to chaos bolt this bitch.
Ooh.
Let's do it. Let it rip. Yeah, if it's a ranged spell attack, you roll. A 13 does not hit.
Damn it!
Damn.
Come on, Morty, you can do this.
I think it was just destined to be. It's made it all the way too.
Throw
Yeah.
in this thing.
Yeet it at her.
So let's do it. How do I? What's improvised? Well, let's roll the hit.
Well, this is you're throwing it, so maybe you could justify dexterity, but it is a big, heavy cannon.
18 plus 2. My roll to hit would be an unnatural 20.
I mean, yeah, that would hit.
Yeah, there you go.
Watch this, bitch!
That's a D4 plus your dex modifier, I think.
Yes.
E4 plus 2. Let's see. Oh, I rolled a 1, so 3. 3
Bef-
damage.
Before it, sneak attack does not say that it has to be a non-improvised weapon, and she is surrounded on all sides.
Yeah,
Sneak
you definitely get sneak attack on this.
Oh, thank God, that made it from a 3 to an 11.
Oh, damn.
There you go.
So how do you want to how do you want this to end?
Ooh. Okay. So he kind of he's short. In my head he kicks her in the chest. So he kind of let's say he like pushes her down and he stands above her chest. And he goes, "This is for Terry." And then he just kind of, you know how Link pulls the Master Sword out of the sheath? We're gonna reverse that with the cannon and like curb stomp her head in the
Oh,
cannon.
All right.
oh.
Du-du-du-du. You found a dead bitch.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, that this is for Terry got me. Oh. So yeah, that's it. Like there's cages all on the walls, but Dead Meat Wall has a set of keys on him. He just used it to unlock the wolves. It's reasonable to assume that one of the keys are on that ring, and they are. So you can just free everyone. You know, I'm not gonna make you go through the rigmarole of insert the key into the lock. You know.
Hold on, we forgot about Tortimer.
He's there somewhere. Maybe he's
Probably
the
hiding.
maybe he's the one releasing the prisoners. We finished up there, and he's already got them all out of the cage.
Well, actually,
That's
on
fair.
that note, um, as you're releasing the prisoners, you do notice that Tortimer was not around, and Driffin and Wolfram, I guess unless you explicitly said it, you guys were the only ones that would know he was on the ship. But he does come down the steps, clutching Terry's necklace in his hand, and he approaches you, Mortimer, and he hands it to you with just a single tear in his eye, and he says, "I know you told me not to come, but I could." He can't really get anything else out.
Mortimer's just gonna wrap his arms around him and hug him. Not say anything. But like, you can tell that he's thankful that he came on board anyways. Disobeyed orders.
Perfect. So we are running a little bit late. Is everybody okay with another like 20 or so minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a long double combat session.
Combat just takes forever.
Yeah, especially when it was like split up like that.
Yeah.
So, is there anything specific that you guys want to do right now, post battle, freeing these poor souls?
Is there anything interesting we might find on the ship?
I mean, there's obviously like loot stuff. There's valuables. Nothing crazy, but these are black market human traffickers. So there's gear, and there's probably a decent amount of like coin somewhere on the ship, you would assume.
I kind of want to loot a little bit.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
So, because I need to do some research about the specific like coin loot, I'll get back to you on the coin loot.
Okay.
But
That's fair.
pretty much any like spears, scimitars, daggers, shields, like plain leather armor, any like basic good is going to be on the ship, because they sail for months at a time, and
Yeah. I think Griffin would definitely like to add a shield.
I want to take 2 javelins, fill up my rations, and take any alcohol I have.
Ooh. Was the captain wearing a hat?
she was.
Griffin takes that as a souvenir. Not to wear, just to have it.
But yeah, well, if the looting goes on off screen, I think Wolfram is gonna find like the nearest dead body that has an article of clothing that isn't drenched in blood, and use that to wipe off his face.
Yeah.
Not like thorough, just not be wet.
Yeah, well, I imagine there's also some rags that they have, like, and when I say rags, I mean, like, basically loincloths and potato sack dresses for the, people that they're kidnapping.
Yeah. Wipe off my face briefly, and then actually spend a second to properly wipe off my sword.
So, just out of curiosity, how badly did you end up hurt throughout that, Wolfram?
If you want to peek behind the curtain,
You don't have to, like...
Yeah, I don't want to get too meta with it, but like Wolfram's fine.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, Wolfram is fine.
That's interesting.
Well, you brought out the wolf. The wolf is not easily. The wolf is very, very strong. But by the way, if you don't mind me asking, what did you guys think of the reveal? I've kind of been putting it off for a while. I wanted to find the right time.
I think that was really good.
That
Really
was
good
pretty
timing.
cool.
Thank you.
That was perfect timing.
What has been planned from the beginning, and the subtext is that it's always been there, but there's never been a good narrative time to like pull it out. Oh,
That was a great time to do it.
thanks.
So, Tortimer, he lets you all know that he's just going to attempt to sail this ship around the island. It shouldn't take more than, half a day. But it's just sail it around to the port, and let you all know that you are welcome to ride along with, or you can go back through the jungle. Whatever is up to you, But his plan is to take the ship and the people around the island back to the town of Rotog.
Mortimer would like to go with Tortimer, and he would like to talk to him.
Yeah, let's do it.
Does anybody else stay on the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Raina would.
I mean, like, if we're sailing back around to the other side, I don't have any reason to leave.
Yeah. I don't see any reason to either.
Doesn't have to be the same part of the ship though. But like damage wise, like Wolfram just has like what are they called? Like relatively shallow gashes, no like serious wounds. If you want to do like in world.
Yeah. Well, I was just curious because I'm still trying to parse out what the perfect amount of challenging versus just clunky combat.
From the boss
Figure
fight.
out the exact, a good combat flow.
If you were to ask me if he is bloodied, he is not bloodied.
Oh,
If that is terrifying or not.
it is. It's horrifying because you're level 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Tortimer, he leads you, Mortimer, to the what is the fucking steering column called?
Helm?
The helm of the ship, and he begins kind of charting around and doing his movements, and he says, "What's up, Pa? What you got for us? What's on your mind?"
So, I was thinking about these water genasi. They have no place to live. And we have a couple of shacks on the island. I was thinking, how about you and I fix them up and we create a safety reserve for all elemental creatures?
I think I like that idea. I think I really do, and this has gone on for too long. Yeah, you you all took care of the issues that we were having in the woods with the. I still don't know what the hell that thing was. So yeah, we can convert that space. I think we can finally get down in there and reclaim what was lost in the past.
Sounds like a plan to me. Break it to the... We'll break the news in the morning.
It's gonna be great to have you around.
It's gonna be great to be back.
With that, we can cut about 6 or 8 hours later. It's you guys did this assault like kind of first thing in the morning. It's about it's just after lunchtime. It's starting to get to midday, and you kind of come around the side of the island, and the ship is docked, and Tortimer is personally greeting and shaking the hands of every. There's about 8 or 9 people. I must say there's 9 people, and it's split about evenly, water and fire genasi. they're all in pretty rough shape, and he's telling all of them go to the bar. If anybody tells you that you need to pay, send them to me. Like that whole thing. He's telling everybody to get a good meal, go get a clean pair of clothes and shoes, and getting everybody taken care of as you all deboard.
All right. I think I just spend my time. Obviously, there's work to be done immediately after the killing all of the pirates. I feel like there's probably a period of time where we're just like dragging pirates up to the deck and throwing them overboard, and then we go through and we pilfer some stuff. And then after all that's done, I think Wolfram just finds a dark place that doesn't have many people and like drinks a bunch of the pilfered alcohol and takes a nap.
That's perfectly fine.
I'd be awake by the 8 hours or so to come around.
Yeah.
Power nap.
So the liquor that you have off of this ship, you get off of the ship, is very different from anything you've ever tasted. You've only ever tasted stuff like extremely strong and potent, like very strong tequila or vodka is the best thing I can think to equate it to. This is very fruity tropical stuff. It's very akin to the like pineapple ale that you had earlier, but it's still is. It's like if someone had moonshine and squeezed some limes in it because scurvy.
Wolfram says, "This will do."
So, as you all end up, on the other side, and everyone's boarding off, and everybody's off the ship, Tortimer stops you all, and he says, "Thank you all for your help and everything you've done here today. You changed my life and a lot of the people's here's lives for the better, even though it was through a lot of sacrifice and blood. I think these people are going to be the better for it, and I just can't thank you enough. So I think tonight we're gonna go all out. I think we're gonna find room in the budget to really make everybody feel at home, and you're welcome to do that as well."
Thank you, Brother Tortimer. I am glad you are okay. I am sorry for your loss.
It's okay. I hadn't seen her in a couple of years, and it hurts, but
Wolfram just nods and has a reassuring hand on Mortimer's shoulder, if Mortimer will allow that.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
So we can skip to the good part. Let's say it's like 3 or 4 hours later. It's gotten dark. There's tiki torches. There's a pig roast. The beach is lit up with fire dancers, and people are playing music and dancing around. And do you guys want to hang together during this? Each do your own things. What you thinking?
Okay, I'll just say Wolfram's not really going to be doing very much. He's just kind of going to be sitting off somewhere, not engaging in things. If you look closely at him, he's got like dark circles under his eyes. He just seems like really tired.
Cool.
Sorry, I know that's not helpful, but
No, it's perfect actually. So Tortimer approaches you with a drink in hand, and he's a little tipsy. You can see it in his face, and he says to you, "Man, I don't. I'm grateful for all your help, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what to think about what I saw."
You have heard of the Black Wolves? Of legend.
Yeah, bad omens and stuff like that, right?
Yes, they mean death. This is my family. I am Voltar.
Right.
Seventh of my name.
Sorry, say again.
Seventh of my name.
Right. Okay. You see him pull a little leather, like canteen. It looks like it might hold like 16 ounces of liquid out of his hip bag, and uncork it and pour some sweet smelling liquor into his cup. Take a big gulp, and as he does that, a familiar face approaches him, and approaches you guys. And it's the kid, the original kid, the fire genasi kid, who was running through the woods, and he looks a mite different now. There's color back to his cheeks. He's had a good meal. He's in some clean clothes, and he's kind of adjusting his shirt a bit, and he holds his hand out to Tortimer, and he goes, "Thanks for the hand-me-downs. I really appreciate it." And with a glance at that mention, you can tell that they're like, it's definitely the same style as Tortimer likes to wear. Very very colorful, flamboyant kind of stuff. But it's more akin to his fire genasi nature. It's more of the reds and oranges and yellows. And Tortimer says, "Oh, it's last season's fashion, anyways." And he takes a big gulp and he holds out his hand. Or he, grasps the kid's hand, and the kid says, "Really, though, thank you. You helped us a lot, and you treated me like family. In a time when I've lost my family, and I appreciate that."
You are safe now. Listen, friend. Wolfram has had a lot to drink. It's a little more talkative than usual. Your life is your own now. And if anyone ever tries to take it from you again, they will have to deal with me. Understand?
Understood.
Do I? Sorry.
Oh, understood.
Wait.
That's me speaking as the fire genasi.
Nice. I kind of just nod with half-lidded eyes and go back to being sleepy and enjoying my drink. Sorry, you guys should totally do your thing too. I'm not trying to take this over.
No, that could not have gone more beautifully, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, you prompted it beautifully.
Mortimer is retiring. Is that what's happening?
So, at this point, I could say that like everybody's near each other, right?
Yeah, I imagine, let me do a smidge of barrel writing. I imagine at some point you guys would end up, at least having a chat for a couple of minutes throughout the night, and you guys are all together as a party. Gregor McGregor is absolutely shit-faced, hitting on a barmaid.
Hell yeah.
I just fucking rocketed a dice across the room, and I don't know where it went.
You'll find it in a month.
Mortimer, enough with the catapult.
So yeah,
Sorry.
you guys are all a couple of drinks deep, and you're talking a little bit now.
Griffin is not drinking.
Cool.
So, for a little bit, Mortimer and this Virgin Assy kind of separated from the group and talked for a little bit, and they come back. So, Mortimer kind of gets everybody together. He's like, "Hey guys, so I don't really know how to say this. Pirates just came after my kid, and I lost my wife because of it. I can't reasonably leave his side anymore. we have decided to rebuild that broken down village that we found, and we're going to turn that into a reserve for anybody who is in need of a home, anybody who feels lost. They'll be safe there. And in order to do that, unfortunately, I can't be with you guys anymore. This is my new grandson. This is Guizo. He is going to be taking my stay in the team. He wanted to repay us for saving him, and I told him that he didn't need to, but he insisted, so he's gonna take my spot.
This seems unsafe, grandfather. You are very strong. We are going into significant danger. Are you sure?
I believe it is the safest option for him is to be with you guys.
I will look after him for you. And for him. Wolfram looks to Gizo, puts out a hand and says, "Welcome, little brother."
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Griffin walks up to Mortimer without saying a word and just hugs him.
Hugs back.
Oh, I'm waiting my turn, but I'm getting that. Wolfram's getting that Mortimer hug.
Griffin then pulls the hat that he got from the captain
Oh,
and
no.
places it upon Mortimer's head.
Oh,
God damn it.
Don't forget what you've done for your family.
I won't. And you guys know when you are hungry and you need a place of a nap, we're here.
All right, Wolfram's going in for the hug too. If this becomes a group hug, that's just how it is. But Wolfram's a little drunk. He's just gonna like come in kind of awkwardly at first, like he doesn't know what to do, and then he's just gonna wrap an arm around Mortimer. He's gonna be like, "I will miss you, grandfather, but you are in the right place."
That's a mood.
I'm joining in on this group hug.
So, Rena, do you have anything specific or special to say? Not that you have to, I just, I want to check before I move things forward. Okay. So, touching beautiful moments between us all, and it's a great night. There's been a lot of loss and a lot of bloodshed, but you guys had fun and had your drinks and had your roast pig, and you kind of settle in for the night when Rena, you go to do your trance, relax, and a vision overtakes you.
Can I do one thing real quick? I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're good.
Okay, so right after the group hug, I'll pull back and I will give Mortimer a trinket that I had recovered from a dig site. It's in the shape of a moon, and I'm gonna give this to him and tell him that anytime that he thinks of us, just hold on to this tight.
Aw.
Okay, you can continue.
I don't know that I can.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay.
I didn't mean to do this to you guys.
Good. It's good. He's giving us the opportunity to roleplay.
So, Reyna, in your trance, you find yourself overtaken with a vision. These visions have come to you before, but not quite like this. In this vision, you find yourself in a some sort of crypt. You reach up to clear a cobweb from your path as you travel deeper into the crypt. Your walking stick clanks on a cold stone underfoot, and you check your map once again. Hopefully you acquired hopefully the old scroll you'd acquired from a traveling merchant had the correct layout. Moving forward down the slope, it isn't long before you find a door, made of stone and covered in ancient runes. Your elven knowledge and instinct calls your hand to a small grouping of symbols, and as you touch them, they glow briefly, the door slowly groaning open. At this, you come out of your trance. Driffin, you find yourself dreaming. In this dream, you find yourself sitting on the root of a massive gnarled mangrove tree. You're whittling away at what will soon be an arrow. Your knife glides smoothly through the wood, precision and care put into every movement. An odd feeling begins to follow you as you work. You feel watched, and by something sinister. Continuing to work while slyly observing the area around you, your instincts kick in. Turning quickly, you plunge your knife into the head of an asp, pinning it to the tree. You then awaken.
That's badass.
Wolfram, you find yourself dreaming, and as you dream, you are sprinting through the woods, spear in hand, at a blinding pace. The call of the hunt pounds in your blood, flowing through your head like an intoxicant. You're suddenly aware of a presence on either side of you. The wolves in this forest are joining your hunt. They form a line 3 strong, one on either side of you. They begin breaking away and leaving you in the brush until you can feel something in you push, surge forward, and you find yourself driving forward at the speed of your beastly brethren. They break the tree line into a clearing, spotting your prey, a young doe, and you awaken.
Can I say that by the end of the dream, Wolfram bursts through with the rest of the wolves, and he is no longer a man?
Yes,
Like, bursts
I
through
love
as a
that.
wolf.
I love it.
Yeah.
Guizo, something you had blacked out comes back to you. Your bones and muscles scream, begging for relief. You've been constantly running. Your cramps are indistinguishable from the atrophy you've suffered, malnourished and crammed into small quarters for long periods of time. You've never been so alone, not since your parents were sold before you. It's hard to feel sorry for their surely dark fate, knowing you could die yourself any day now, any breath being your last. The days have dragged by since she brought you ashore, saving your life and sacrificing her own. She sent you to find her son, but she was too weak to do more than point you in a direction. Every direction seems the same at night. On top of the wild, angry growling you hear all around you at times, the feel of something stalking you is unmistakable. At this point, you're unsure if you'll starve, thirst, or be killed by whatever predators lie in the forest. No, not predators, scavengers. Finally, skin and bone days past, you can't find any more will to force your aching bones and muscles to carry you on. And you fall to your knees. Fall to your knees as the darkness begins to set in the corners of your vision, eyes closing slowly. As you fall completely to the ground, a whisper escapes your lips, a call, begging whatever will listen to help, pleading to not fade away, reaching out your hand in a futile last grasp at life, as your vision fades to only a pinprick of light. Against all odds, you feel a burning hot hand grasp yours, and the pinprick flares to a brilliant and comfortable warmth that envelops you. The vision of a woman, beautiful and dangerous looking, with fine elven features and cruel-looking horns and tattoos, stands before you, pulling you to your feet. Your belly is no longer screaming, nor any part of your body, the warmth seeming to cure all that ails you. As you stand fully, she speaks to you in an accent you do not recognize, tinging her words. You have called and I have answered. You awaken.
If I'm waking up in the middle of the night, can I talk to Reina?
Well, you don't necessarily have to wake up in the middle of the night, just that is the end of the dream.
Yeah, I just mean, I feel like Wolfram slept during the day.
Yeah.
I like the idea of waking up at like 2 or 3 a.m. and just going over and talking to Reina.
By the way, we will level up. This is your level 5 dream.
Nice.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go over and, like, she's trancing, go over and sit by her at the campfire. Or if she is still trancing or whatever.
You sleep for 8 hours?
Yeah, but I've probably already slept a good bit during the day, and I'm thinking like I slept a little bit after the like late night party, and then I'm like up in the middle of the night.
Okay. My trance only lasts for 4 hours, so depending on how much you slept during the day, I probably don't take long to wake up.
All right, yeah, you come out of your trance, and Wolfram is sitting there, being silent and weird because that's what he does. Sister, you're awake.
Hello, Wolfram. Are you okay?
Yes. I'm sorry I did not tell you about the wolf. I was not keeping him from you. It is not an easy thing to explain.
That's okay. I'm pretty sure we all have some sort of secret or mystery to us that we'll all figure out eventually.
This is a very wise thing to say, sister.
Well, seeing as we're headed to my hometown, I guess we'll find out mine next.
I hope yours is not as dangerous as mine. I can only pray, but I suppose we will see.
It may not be as dangerous now, but there was a time when it was.
I think Wolfram looks contemplative for a second, kind of knits his brow. Says, "Thank you for the warning."
Of course.
And we can end it there if you want, but I just wanted to have like a conversation about it. Like it would feel weird if Wolfram didn't, if there was no discussion at all about what happened on that ship.
No, that's perfectly fine. I think it feels right that he would probably talk to Reyna because I'd like to think that Reyna's pretty easy to talk to. So I
For
feel like
sure.
it'd be Reyna that he'd come to and talk to.
I actually do have something that me and Kane kind of talked about a little bit, but I think if you like bring up to Wolfram that he seems comfortable talking to her, Wolfram would stop for a moment and kind of think, say, "You remind me of my mother. She is strong and kind."
That's so sweet, Wolfram. I'm glad that I can be that kind of reminder for you.
Wolfram just nods. Yeah, that's all I wanted to do. So
I love it. And I mean, unless anybody else has anything, we can like end the official session there. I don't know if how much time everybody else has, but
sorry about dragging it on for so long. I just.
It's all good.
well, I was gonna say anybody that needs help leveling. I know we built Guizo at level 5 because I knew Guizo would be taken over at level 5.
Okay.
Reyna and Driffin. I'm sitting here looking at your fucking name and I can't remember. Anyways, if you guys need help with it,
You can do me later.
sounds good.
I understand it's late for you.
Yeah. Mine's already good to go. I